event 5 on your program. Ministock's heat number 1, thanks to 007 Paintball. Hawke's Bay Championship.
Nothing from the director on that race. Oh, Robin, yes, Robin, sorry.
Very hotly contested regional title, this one. 1200cc Nissan or Datsun Motors. Continually evolving race cars, the Ministock class. A lot of the panel cars now in this class. If you're wondering what's a panel car, well, if you have a look at some of the Ministocks, you'll see some of them actually have a body that resembles a car, and other ones have the flat panels on them, now being called panel cars. I'm a big fan of panel cars. I think it's just the way the sport is moving. A lot of these drivers moving on to senior racing. You can race a Ministock at youth level from the age of 12 to 17. Once you turn 17, you have to move out of the class. There are some tracks that run adult Ministocks around the country. I know Robertson Prestige International Speedway is one of those tracks. We don't run them here in Hawke's Bay. We do it all for the kids. Looks like 52 cars there on the pole position. I think that's one of the Joblins. That's Boston Joblin. That's Scotty Joblin's son, I think. And of course, Scotty being a star in Superstocks, but also he was pretty darn good in a TQ midget as well before he started his Superstock career. I know he had some podiums at national level, so it's not hard to see that the talent just carries on. The apple didn't fall far from the tree. Scotty repping a pretty cool Boston Joblin Racing hoodie as well. I love seeing the old boy here in those white overalls too. That's just how it used to be. Everyone wore white overalls back in the day. And then you took them home to dear old mum and she had to scrub the grease out. You know. Great lineup for the youth Ministocks for Heat 1 for this Hawke's Bay title. Big thank you to 007 Paintball. You see them on our pit gate as well, unlike the last meeting when you couldn't read the pit gate. James Dean, a great supporter of Speedway. If you don't know what 007 Paintball is, well, it pretty much tells you that it's paintball. It's just a really cool place to go. Get a group of mates together, get a work function happening, birthdays, whatever. Joblin on the inside. 66, Cullen Smith on the outside as they get ready to drop the green. Let's go racing this time. Three wide as they head up and through turns 1 and 2. Down the inside, Boston Joblin and the Dairy Master 52 car is out in front. Here comes the 48 car of Styley Riley. He would love a podium here tonight. Another McLaughlin coming up through the Speedway ranks. 77 car of Macy Penn. I interviewed Macy earlier on as well. She said she wants a race win tonight. And she's looking good now. She takes the high line around the outside of Joblin and takes over first place. We're going to go caution. Oh, we're going red. We've got cars stacked up. 67 car is parked up. 67 car is parked up there, so too. Oh, that was a hard hit. The 7 car was a victim in that one. There was already a car half spun, and that 7 car came in, gave another one a mighty wallop. Really good to have the drone footage here when we're looking at replays and things as well, because they can run around the cars that are sitting there on the red light. Yeah, that was a hard hit, just watching that replay once again. And then that 67 car, the unfortunate victim a couple of times as well. So Neve Smith in that 67 car was a little bit like Pinball Alley. Macy Penn has taken over the race lead. Just made that pass around the outside of Boston Joblin in the 52p. 76 Corbin Morris, another youngster that I talked to. He's moved up into the top 3. 66 Cullen Smith dropping down. Moving up as well, the 88V of Fletcher Hoskins from Wanganui. 48 Riley McLaughlin, who was looking strong early on. He's just faded a little bit into 6th spot. Let's see if he can regroup. 86 Bradley Singer, always the danger man there in 7th. Won't be too far away from a restart. Getting closer and closer to the first of our sprint car races tonight as well. We've got 3 sidecar groups coming up next. That'll be the second round of the WIF-built sidecar best pairs. And then we're into it. Sprint cars heat 1, thanks to Auto Super Shop. Still a little bit windy out there tonight. Hopefully it's all right for everybody there in the grandstand. So awesome to see Frank's Bank chocker with people up there on turns 1 and 2, or if you're on a sidecar, turn 3 and 4. Frank's Bank, that grassed area, named in honour of the late great Frank Gerbies, who for 42 years was owner-operator alongside Violet, his lovely wife, and the Gala Caterers trucks. Much picking there'd probably be a fair few people on the live stream tonight as well around the country, or perhaps even around the world, knowing that Shane is racing one of the sprint cars. So if you're watching from wherever you're watching tonight, hope you enjoy the stream. Only track running. Don't forget about the 50-50 raffle that's coming around as well. You might win some cash. Here we go. Pick up the race leader for you this time as they come down the back straight. It is Racy Macy out in front. Made the pass on the 52 of Joblin. 3rd place is the 66. What happened to Corbin Morris? Morris was showing up in 3rd spot, and Corbs is dropping like a rock. Race leaders working their way through lap traffic. Macy goes to the inside, trying to make a move on the 5 car. Does a good job. He's by the 3 lap car straight away. Macy's got a fresh air. And slips 7 to go next time by. Second place is the 52 of Boston Joblin. 3rd place, 66 of Smith, under pressure now from the 88 Wanganui car of Hoskins. Hoskins just drives on behind that distinctive Kermit the Frog green car. Drivers running up high through turns 1 and 2. Not really that much grip up that high at the moment. There's a few marbles up wide. Sprint cars will sort that out. 3 wide down here. Singer's right in the middle of it. Still a little bit greasy this racetrack, so a little bit tentative. Fishtailing down the straight there, the 66 of Smith, and that caused them to get passed by the 86 of Singer. Smith fights back up the inside. Singer's on the outside. Battling it out for 8th and 9th. Vital points in this Hawke's Bay title fight. Macy Penn has stormed away out in front. Cars everywhere on this track. Penn has got, well, she's got at least a quarter of a lap on 2nd place, Boston Joblin. But Joblin is under pressure now for 2nd place because Hoskins in the 88V car is closing in. He was half a second quicker than Joblin on that previous lap. Penn is the fastest on the racetrack, the only driver that's broken the 21-second barrier. Just 3 laps to go to a maiden race win. Got a car turnaround up the top, the 33 car. Lily Smith facing the wrong way. That's going to bring on the reds unless she can find a gap. Well, the 99 car was cleaning the concrete. Kira Lee Marshall right up against the fence off turn 4 as we go red for the second time for the 33 car. Lily Smith, her race will be done. This will be an anxious moment for the 77, a pen. 2 laps showing on the board. Averaging almost 70 kilometres an hour, Macy Penn in the 77. Let's have a look and see what happened to the 33. Smith just got high. She just got up on that greasy stuff that I was just talking about, where those marbles are. Got into the back of a slower car off the turn and just turned it around. As soon as those sprint cars have run a race tonight, it's going to be a completely different racetrack here. The My Dado Roar. Oh, we've got a staller, 68 car, Olivia De Conte. Is Olivia far enough on the infield though that they'll let this one run? I'm not even sure if she's on the track right now. Can't quite see that. We're staying green. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Macy Penn. We're going red. We will go red again. And where is Macy? Trying to pick up where Macy is right now in that 77 car. So down there at turn 2, down on the pole line. This will be a nervous restart for the crew. So Penn is your race leader. Boston Joplin still in second. 88, Fletcher Hoskins is there in third. Then it's the 85. That'll be Casey Wade in the 85 car. Half a lap to go for Macy Penn. And Racy Macy will pick up a first race win in Ministocks. Joplin finishes second in the 52 car. 42, Seth Island will finish up third. 4th place across the line for the 85H of Casey Wade. Then it's the 14B of Ryan Dittmar. For some reason the 85 car's just dropped out of the live timing. I'll just wait a moment and then give you a provisional top 10. I talked to Macy on the live stream pre-meeting interviews and I said, what are your goals tonight, Macy? She said, I just want to win my first ever race. Well, she didn't have long to wait for that. She's done it in the first race of the Hawke's Bay Championship tonight. Well done to the 77. 52P Boston Joplin was second. 42B Seth Island third. 85H Casey Wade was fourth. 14B Ryan Dittmar for fifth. 86B Bradley Singer was sixth. 88B Fletcher Hoskins was seventh. 8th place went to the 66B of Cullen Smith. 9th for the 10B Kieran Flower. And a top 10 for the 29B of Jacob Martin. Round 2 of the sidecar best pairs is up next. I want to say hello to my two lovely nieces that are here as well, Michaela and Maddie. Wave out to your fans out there, guys. First time at Meeanee Speedway. Hope Cody's looking after you guys. Let's have a look who is in this round of racing for sidecars. Second round of racing, the first heat race, the 9A of Carl Russick and Tyler Berger will start from the inside. They picked up 1 point in their first ride. 26B, Justin Lincoln, Tim Beaver will go from grid number 2. They picked up 2 points. 22G, Russell Stewart, Levi Fleming, no points from their first race. They will go from grid number 3. And on the outside on grid 4, they made an awesome start in that first round before fading out in the final laps of that race. The 12B bike, Daniel Satherley and Adrian Orchard. A from the inside, 26B on 2, 22G looking to make up for the 0 points in the first round. They'll go from 3, 12B on the outside.
It is Sprintcar T1 on the 3. It is Sprintcar T1 on the 3.
Missing one of the bikes, it'll be the one on the inside there, the 9A bike. Russick and Berger, no one's told me the correct way to say that, I'll say Berger. Finally we see them coming to the line. Last bike up to the tapes. Keep an eye on that 26 bike on grid 2. Lincoln and Orchard, Lincoln and Beaver making the start on the 26 bike. Here comes the Bakery 22 bike around the outside. Oh, contact down the back straight. Rubbins racing, even in sidecars. Fairings are getting bashed here in heat number 4 of sidecars, but it's a 26 crew. Justin Lincoln, Tim Beaver out in front. Trying to make the move around the outside once again, the Bakery 22 bike from Gisborne. Sitting in second spot, the 9A of Russick and Berger. Russell Stewart's up on that slippery stuff again. He didn't learn from round 1. Goes to the infield. It's done. Oh, 2 bikes out of this race simultaneously. Justin Lincoln stretching away now, untroubled. He'll see the white flag will come out. .26 looking for some big points for their pairing. 12 bike will pick up 2. And who would have picked it? But it's going to be a second non-finish, no points for 22G of Russell Stewart and Levi Fleming. We know that Fleming's a rookie on the back of that bike. Average speed there for Lincoln and Beaver, 78 kilometres an hour, 18.4 second lap time. Next race up from the inside, the 88B of Bill Napier and Kayla Meehan. They picked up 1 point in round number 1. The 4K bike, Gannon and Pearce, they had a race win. Gate 3 for the 73P of Smith and Meyer. They scored 2 points in their first ride. And 27B, Craig Bowler and Plummer, they will go from the outside on gate number 4. And they were also a race winner. 2 race winners in this one. 4K on grid 2, 27B on gate number 4. Both former national champions. Starter just making sure that everyone's the same distance back from the tape. On the rev limiter as they leap out the start. Bowler pulls a second wheelie but still gets the front down. The David Jones Motors 27 out in front. It's going to be no points for the 88 bike. They've gone infield. They'll come back out on the track, but their race is done. They've already been excluded for that. Whoa, Bowler loose out in front. That bike is leaping all around the track. I told you it's almost 200 horsepower. Second place is the 73 crew of Smith and Meyer. And surprisingly back there in third for Gannon and Pearce on the 4K bike. Half race distance. Bowler's making this a non-event. Really working hard on the handlebars to keep control of that bike. Long time sidecar competitor, going way back to even maybe the late 70s for Bowler. Had a bit of a break from the sport and made a very surprising comeback, but it's been a successful one. Final corner. Bowler's going to pick up another 3 points to back up their round one win. 73 crew are going to finish up in second. Third place for the 4K of Gannon and Pearce. That'll just leave us with one more heat race of sidecars before we get underway with the sprint cars. Wow, can't wait. Excitement's starting to build. Big thank you to Whiff Built, sponsoring the sidecars tonight. Check out what Whiff Built can do for you. So many great sponsors in our program if you grabbed one. And please make sure you support the sponsors, and they will keep supporting us. I'll have another text phone giveaway after this as well. Sprint cars coming to the dummy grid, getting ready for their race. Just look out the back window, and no need for the water truck after this. Doesn't look too bad over there. The actual rain forecast said not until 12 o'clock. Met Office guy needs to recharge the battery in his watch. Race 3, round number 2. 86 bike from Auckland. Morgan and Beeston go from the inside. 33 from Auckland. Beats and Thompson on 2. 21p. They were race winners. It's the Murrays on the 21 bike. And then on the outside, the 77p of Bruce and Henderson. And it's the 86, Morgan and Beeston, leading down the back straight. Glenn Murray just backs off the throttle a bit down there into turn 3, sits up on the inside. He knows that there's not quite the grip on the outside at the moment. Nice conservative style for Morgan and Beeston out in front of the 86. Taking a look back there, the 33, Travis Thompson on the back of that 33 bike. Just having a look back to see where 4th place is. 2 laps to go for the 86. Morgan and Beeston looking for some good points. They had a 2nd place in the opening round. A race win here would really give them a stack of points for their Pairs Championship. 1 lap to go, white flag is out. Still chasing hard in 2nd spot. It's the 21 crew. They're going to come up a little bit short. It'll be a win in Heat 6 of round 2. 86A, Kerry Morgan, Kurt Beeston take the big 3 points. 2nd place for the 21 from Palmerston North. Glenn Murray, Emma Murray, and 3rd place, picking up a vital point for the 33A bike of Lance Beats, Travis Thompson. No points, unfortunately, for the 77P of Neil Bruce, Josh Henderson.
Ministock, Speedway, we've got 5 aboard. Ministock, Speedway, we've got coming up now.
water truck out on the track. We really do need to paint out that sponsor. I don't know if Bruce did a long-term deal. Maybe he signed a 99-year lease on that. But we all know that the chicken hut now is called Hughes's. Maybe Brendan needs to get out the paintbrush and slap a bit of red paint on there and call it the Hughes's water truck. I don't know. Hopefully you're tasting some of the great food around the track tonight.
It's a bag, so you've got to put it inside.
And I know a few people have been buying T-shirts. The Auto Super Shop Sprint Car Masters T-shirts have been walking past me and waving them up in the combox. Great to see that all the advertising we do up here is working. I'll put in my invoice for commission.
Oh, wait.
$40 for these T-shirts. You really do want to get one. Auto Super Shop, your Sprint Car Masters sponsors. As I said, Auto Super Shop, New Zealand's premium automotive centres. Auto Super Shop. There's a reason I'm saying that over and over. It's going to lead me, apart from the fact that I might have Tourette's, but anyway, it leads me into my next text phone competition. So what I've got this time, and let's have a look. I'll just dig through the old box of goodies. And I've pulled out a 5B Bradley Penn stock car photo, thanks to B-Dub Photography. And what I got here, again, prize pack, Carl Carpendale 77G TQ mini poster, $20 Rosie O'Grady's voucher, $50 Thirsty Whale vouchers, $40 Jacques Cityside vouchers. Again, a big thank you to Thirsty Whale Restaurant and Bar, our naming rights text phone sponsors for the competitions. Value $150. Those texts that have already come in, we just wiped them. So you're going to have to write that all again. You obviously know what the answer is going to be. Text it in now. Who is the Sprint Car Masters sponsor for the series? Text that through and you could be our second winner tonight. Good luck. Another really cool thing we have in Hawke's Bay is the Kurunga Park Scale Railway. Now, I'd already done up my prize packs tonight and they're in sealed envelopes, but huge thanks for bringing me up a stack of those 12 ride tickets. Kurunga Park Scale Railway. They run every first and third weekends of a month. They run all Easter, they run all Labour weekend. It's an awesome place to go and hang out with the kids and stuff, so check out Kurunga Park Scale Railway. I'll be giving some of those vouchers away from the next meeting onwards. Well, this is why we're here. Auto Super Shop, Sprint Car Masters, Heat number 1. Surprisingly, brought to you by Auto Super Shop. Three NZ, Daniel Thomas. 6K is James Dunn. 8B, Paul Donovan. Paul was feeling a little bit of the nerves earlier on when I talked to him. He hasn't been in the hot seat for about 12 months. He says, I just hope I haven't forgotten how to do this. And I said, you won't have forgotten. It'll just happen quicker than what you remembered it. 8K is Benji Sneddon. 9M of Holly Williams. 21A, Kerry Brokus. 27A is Richard Battersby. 35A, Rob Vasey. 47A, Zachary Sokol. 71A, Jamie McDonald. 82A, Jamie Larson. 84P is Dean Cooper. 88K, Keaton Dam. 97A, Shane Van Gisbergen. And the 98A of Ryan O'Connor. The 82A car there of Jamie Larson, that immaculate looking race car, that is the Mark Alexander car. Mark runs that car, pays for everything. Jamie said it's got the best of gear on it, and he's sponsored by Mark Alexander to run that car for the season. Beautifully prepared race car. You're in for a treat if you've never seen the V8 sprint cars before. When these things light up, Pace Shooter's made its way off the track thanks to Robertson Prestige. We're about to go racing, race fans. 800 horsepower, massive tyres, massive grip, massive downforce. 71 car on the inside as we drop the green. Larson with a good start on the outside. Larson with a slingshot move up at turn number 1. Gets the advantage down the back. Wheel stands as they fire it down into turn 3. Second place, this 71A of McDonald. Third place there is the Giz. 97 Van Gisbergen up into that third spot. Dyken 82 car. Whoa, they are fast. That's going to be some fast lap times right there. Not sure why our My Laps, I think they're going that fast. My Laps can't even catch up. Larson's out in front. 71 car in second spot. McDonald trying to chase him down. Wow! That's insane! Larson leads from McDonald, Van Gisbergen in third, 88 Keaton Darms in fourth, 35A Vasey, 98A Ryan O'Connor. 13.3 second lap times, 108 kilometres average speed. These guys are doing wheel stands. Look at Larson. Larson's pulling wheelies. This track is immaculate right now. Larson's already up into lap traffic. He's going to catch the 8 car of Donovan. Fair to say Donovan's arms are going to be feeling like Popeyes right now as he tries to hold on to that race car. Van Gisbergen's trying to close up on McDonald. 13.5 that time for Larson. Well, I can almost feel the tornado as these guys fire past. 98 car working hard. O'Connor trying to get by Vasey in the 35. We've got cars running up high as well. The Hydrolink car going high. It's the 6 car of James Darm. Comes under threat from the 3NZ car of Thomas. Thomas had his nose cut off there. As we see this time, James Darm switches his attack to the inside. White flag's already out. Race doesn't take long to go by. Insane action. Donovan runs across the curb, drifts up high, gathers it back up in front of the 71 of McDonald. Checkered flag is out, it's done. Unbelievably that quick. Wow. Was that worth the admission price, race fans? Show your appreciation. The V8 Wing Beasts, the gladiators of Speedway. '82A Jamie Larson with the win. 71A Jamie McDonald finished second. 97A Van Gisbergen showing just how talented this guy is in third. 88K Keaton Darm was fourth. 98A Ryan O'Connor was fifth. 6K James Darn sixth. 3NZ Daniel Thomas was seventh. 8th place for the 84P of Dean Cooper. 35A Rob Vasey was 9th. 9M Holly Williams finished 10th. 8K Benji Snedden was 11th. And 12th place for the 8B of Paul Donovan. Just tyre packing out wide a little bit. That's why, even though the race is done, they're just running some laps to just try and pack down that outside where those marbles have been. But I can tell you now, the fastest lap time was by Jamie Larson, the race winner, 13.33 seconds. 13.33. His average speed was 108 kilometres an hour. That's your average speed. God knows what they were doing as a top speed. That's why I would love to have a speed trap here to find that out. They've got to be topping the ton, surely. What a race, what a spectacle. That was Heat 1, Auto Super Shop, Sprint Car Masters. Well, I had to catch my breath after that race. That was a spectacle indeed. Up next at Saloons, thanks to David Jones Motors. Hey, Aaron and Vince from the NZ Dirt Track. How good was that, mate? Bet you're glad you came to Meeanee now. First out on the track, the McIntyre Black Lion tyres. 27 of Josh Smith. Just won back-to-back Wellington Championships a week or so back. 6 car out there from Wellington is Ben Jones. 22, well, who is that 22 car? Not in the program, we'll wait till it flicks through on the My Laps. We've also got the 7B of Shane Laking. 37 car, another one that's not on the list here at the moment. The 6 of Jacob Flynn, one of the Burger King cars. 5 of Steve Flynn, the other Burger King car. They will start from the front. A couple of Super Saloons here, testing it against the saloon cars. Oh, it's Grant in the 6B car. All right, good to see Grant back in. Stephen Martin driving the 92B car. He hasn't really been in the hot seat much. It's Kevin's car. 18, Jeremy Brown. The tyre packing from those sprint cars after their heat race, just make that top line around this track a little bit more usable. No marbles up there now. Should be a nice little bit of grip up there. We'll see if these drivers can use it. Later on tonight, when I give away the Auto Super Shop Sprint Car Masters shirt, I've also got a really cool B-dub photography midget car crash photo. Sidecars will be out after this saloon car race for their final 3 races in their pairs event. Good good lineup of saloon cars, plus our 2 super saloons there. Really good to see Grant back in the hot seat. He's been overshadowed a little bit by Jake the Snake. Steve finishing 3rd on the podium at the King of the Springs not so long ago. BK cars have had a lot of great success already this season, getting ready to head down south for their New Zealand title. And they're up and racing. A little bit of a too big a gap, I think, there for those supers with the saloon cars. About to face the start this time. Let's go racing. So supers already caught up to the saloon cars as we go 3 wide further back. Shane Laking trying to squeeze through on that inside line. George Hildred heads up high. And it's Josh Smith in the 27 Black Lion McIntyre car out in front. 2nd place 7G Rodney McIndoe. McIndoe trying to match the pace of the race leader. 3rd place 6W Ben Jones. 22W Daniel Hull is there at 4th. Here comes Shane Laking. Streetwise Coffee 7B. Straight way through to an early lead. Still Josh Smith out in front, loves to run the high line in that car. No need to be up there at the moment though as he's out in front. Grant Flynn working his way through the traffic. Made a better job of it so far than Steve Flynn in the other BK car. Fastest on the track is Laking, really coming to grips with that car as the battle of the 7s for 2nd and 3rd. Smith is away out in front. Laking again working the inside on the 7G of McIndoe. McIndoe's got the outside line, he's got the momentum, he's just gone wide off turn 2. Moving through for 2nd place now, the 7B of Laking. About to catch the 37 car of John Lowry. 37 from the Mount. Smith dominating this opening race for the saloon car class tonight. Three laps to go. Grant Flynn working his way through this field in the 6B car. How far up the field can he get from the rear? Just on a lap and a half to go for the 27. The 92 car of Steve Martin's gone infield. Race done for the Elf-sponsored car. White flag out. I'm not sure who they're going to give that flag to. I would have thought it'd be Smith. We're possibly running an extra lap here. Yeah, we have. A little bit of a miscount there on the flag man, as we're going to have another extra lap. Doesn't matter, it probably won't change things up too much. Josh Smith is going to win it anyway in the 27. Jacob Flynn will come home in 2nd spot in the 6 car. 3rd place will go to the 7 of Shane Laking. 4th for the 5 of Steve Flynn. 7G will finish up in 4th spot. 5th place, sorry, for the 7G car of Rodney McIndoe. And top 6 for the 22W of Daniel Hull.
Amended Ministock results and Sprintcar results going on the board. Amended Ministock results and Sprintcar results going on the board now.
Final round of heat races for the sidecar best pairs. Big thanks to With Built for sponsoring this event tonight. Looks like the top, well, we've got a tie on the top points at the moment, I think, have we? Let's have another good look at this. No, top on points, 9 points at the moment, leading this championship, the 26B bike and the 73P. 2 points ahead of the 27B and 33A bike on 7, and 21P and 12B also 7 points. So still vital, only 2 points separating the top 3 in this pairs championship. It will be the 27B of Bowler and Plummer that will go from the inside in this race. Alongside him, 21P, Murray and Murray, both bikes have been race winners. And both teams tied on 7 points. Grid number 3, the 77P of Bruce and Henderson. And on the outside, the 88B of Napier and Meeanee on grid 4. Still everything to go for in this pairs championship. Great start from grid number 2. Oh, Bowler's off. Bowler's onto the infield. Race is done. Got all crossed up off the start. No points for the 27. But I'll tell you what, it's one of the fastest starts I've seen in a long time from the 21P bike of Glenn and Emma Murray. They launched off the start. The anticipation was fantastic. Second place, the 77 bike, Bruce and Henderson. Third place is the 88 of Napier and Meeanee. Stretching out a little bit. Track conditions have changed as we knew they would after the sprint cars had been out on this track. That is why we get sidecar racing done in the first half of the meeting. Looking to get the 3 points here for the 21 crew to put themselves back in contention for this pairs championship. Final lap, 1 to go. Long way in front this time. Able to back it down. Looking behind to see where the chasers are. There's no one that's close. Glenn and Emma Murray are going to win this race in round number 3. Massive victory and 3 points for them. Second place across the line will go to the 77 bike from Palmerston North, Bruce and Henderson. And third place for the 88 of Napier and Meeanee, and of course no points after that start and running to the infield for the 27. Second race of this third round, starting from the inside, the 73P of Smith and Meyer. Grid number 2, still yet to score a point. The 22G of Stewart and Fleming. Grid 3 for the 33A of Beats and Thompson. And grid number 4 up against the concrete. They've been fast tonight, the 86A of Morgan and Beeston. Let's have a look at some points here. The 73 bike, current meeting leaders with the 26 of Lincoln and Beaver. 22G bike, those guys have had a nightmare out of this championship. The 33A, joint second place, needs some big points. And the 86 bike on the outside, just 3 points back in the title, and they're out in front in this race. Morgan and Beeston They've been good tonight. Started off with a second place in round 1, followed it up with a race win, and they're back out in front here in round 3. Forcing their way through now for second spot. The 73 bike of Smith and Meyer getting by the 33A of Beats and Thompson. Half race distance with 2 to go. Track's getting a little bit corrugated out there. Makes it hard work for the crews. That's when there's the little undulations in the track caused by the horsepower from those sprint cars going through the surface. 1 lap to go. Looking for a second straight race win and another massive 3 points towards this pair's title. Morgan and Beeston. Good race on for second and third place. The 86A will take the spoils. Morgan and Beeston for the win. Second place across the stripe for the 73P of Smith and Meyer. 1 point will go to the 33A of Beats and Thompson. No points not coming out on the track there for the 22G. That's a very rare night indeed for Russell Stewart. Final sidecar race of the night. Heat 3, the 12B bike. Satherley and Orchard from the inside. 9A, Russick and Berger from the gate number 2. 26B, Lincoln and Beaver from 3. 4K, Gannon and Pearce will go from gate number 4. The 12B bike had some great moments tonight, that pairing. And they currently are on 7 points. Thus second place in this championship, just 2 points back. The 9A bike is currently only 3 points out of the title. 26B, Lincoln and Beaver, they are meeting leaders with their pairing. Pretty even start there. Lincoln on the inside. Gannon on the outside. Gannon gets the run down the back straight. Gannon leads the charge up into turn 3. Went tight into 3. Drifted up high through turn 4. But now gets the power back down to complete lap number 1. Lincoln and Beaver are going to have to chase in second. Looks like Lincoln might have a loose fairing on the side of that bike. Certainly it's bouncing around just a little bit. Lincoln's on the gas trying to chase the former national champions out in front. Certainly Gannon and Pearce can't relax. The 007 paintball bike is chasing them down. Third place there for the 12 of Satherley and Orchard. They'll come around to get the white flag with 1 lap to go. Again, Lincoln just closing in, takes another bike length, but along the main straight, Gannon's able to just stretch away a little bit. Final lap. Round 3 of the sidecar best pairs thanks to Whip Built. Passenger has a little look back. Darryl Pearce knows that they're there. Lincoln again hammers it hard up into turn 3. But as they come to the checkers, it's a win for the 4K. Gannon and Pearce take 3 points. Second place goes to Lincoln and Beaver on the 26 bike. Third place to the mighty twin of the 12 bike of Satherley and Orchard. Well, we'll quickly work out some points for you, tell you how we are stacking up in that Pairs Championship. So we now look to the program and have a look, see what's up next. Stock cars, first time on the track tonight. It definitely is the night of 14s for Gemma Holloway. She uses number 14, she finished 14th in the title fight last week, and they're out here in event 14. Oh, yep, I'm ahead of myself. No, we've got sidecars in the program. No, right, I've just been told that stock car race is out. That's great timing, eh? Don't worry, shoot the messenger. We always do. Okay, so TQ Midgets, up next. Efficient Moving and Storage, Hawke's Bay title, Heat 2. Well, in the whip-built sidecar pairs championship tonight, it's been some good racing from that class. Just glad to see they got a meeting in here tonight. Finishing provisionally third in the title will be the 86A bike of Morgan and Beeston. They were paired up with the 9A of Russick and Berger. Second place in the championship, it's the Murrays on the 21P bike, as well as the mighty twin, the 12B of Satherley and Orchard. They'll be stoked about finishing on the rostrum. And taking out the whip-built pairs tonight, the consistent 26B, Justin Lincoln and Tim Beaver, and 73P, Barry Smith, Blair Meyer. Heat 2, Efficient Moving and Storage, Hawke's Bay TQ Championship. 3 heats for the TQs tonight before we get our top 20 to race it out in the TQ Midget Final of 15 laps around about event 25. Cars on pole. Chris Whiffen. As the lights go green, great start from Humble down the inside off the second row. Humble straight away picks himself up in second place as they come off the turn. And we'll dive to the inside now. Hot Toddy's going to have to work his magic from the back. Declan Rowe is out in front. Good to see Declan starting to get some pace. Or someone's really high up the track at turns 1 and 2. It's the HBC 93 car of Declan Rowe. Aaron Humble in second place in the 46A car. The meeting sponsor, 14B Whiffen in second, third. Then it's the 36A of Cole Morrison. 56A Regan Tyler back there in 5th spot. Top 5 have made a break from the rest of the field. Look at Hot Toddy working the high line. Right round the outside of Sam Barry. That's no mean feat. There is some grip on this track. This is the sort of action we want to see in a week's time. As Toddy now dives to the inside. Look at the way he works that car. Wow. Oh, half spin for the number 4. Ross Dudding, Glenn Ross Dudding, almost turned it around. Toddy's back out high. Back to the inside for Toddy. That's Hayden Guptill there in that 20. Oh, big ride, big ride. Sam Barry in the 71 car taking a huge wild ride. Let's hope he is okay. That's the first thing that we think of. They are very well protected in these race cars, of course, with the head and neck restraints, arm restraints, fireproof overalls, and of course those roll cages. So we want to wish Sam all the best. Hope he's okay. Well, we can't see anything because of the... Wow, look at that. Let's go back to that and have another look on the replay. The Motorworks truck is in the way, so we can't actually see. Look, the steering wheel's already out of the car. If we get another look at that replay. Here we go. Just having a look on the replay now. Sam just riding, well, did he hit a rut or did he just ride a wheel? Not quite sure about that. If we get one more look at it, maybe slow it frame by frame. That's to the advantage of everybody at home watching the stream. Let's have another look. I don't know if he rode a wheel. I just think Sam might have just caught a rut. It's good to see Sam out of the car. You can see there in that drone footage, but yeah, a bit of damage to that race car. They are very, very well built these days. Quite often you can take a wild ride like that, and as long as you don't hit that wall, they can just throw some new steering components, shocks and things. It's just dollars, isn't it? And maybe get back in the race, but I don't know if we'll see Sammy tonight. Hopefully we see Sam next week though at that New Zealand Championship, because he's definitely got pace. Well, a lot of that race there, I was watching Dwayne Todd, not because he's our local hopeful there, old hot toddy, but just the way he was attacking, working through the traffic. He was never in the same part of the track for too long. He was inside, outside. He was doing some amazing demon dives. Meanwhile, Declan Rowe was racing great out in front in the 93 car. Really good to see Declan coming on form. 46A Aaron Humble. Now this is interesting. Looks like Declan has elected to start from the inside. That's a big call. Humble made a brilliant start that first time, coming from I think the third row, storming his way through into second spot. 14B Chris Whiffen in third, 36A Cole Morrison 4, 56A Regan Tyler 5, 22B Mason Grimace 6, 7G John Taylor 7, 33C Tyler Warren. It's really great to see Tyler here all the way up from Christchurch. Todd has already moved up to 13th. More points you can get through these two heat races, more chance you have of a favourable grid for the feature race, where the winner takes the title. Racked and stacked, coming down to face the start this time. Caution is out. We are going to go racing next time. Bye. Let's go racing. Declan Rowe with a good start. Here comes Humble. Humble down the inside, gets the line. Rowe had to move out of the way. Humble's gone through to take the race lead. Side by side now for third and fourth. Diving to the inside is Tyler for third. Fourth place is the 36er Morrison. Around the outside, Whiffen trying to battle hard with the 33 of Warren. The Christchurch driver really starting to get to grips with Meeanee now as he moves through for fifth. We've got a car turner. Oh, that's the 1NZ. Jeremy Webb. What happened to Webby? Well, the tension just continues. The K&T Drainage 1NZ car of Jeremy Webb, the current and 4-time in a row national champion, also defending Hawke's Bay champion. Just watching the replay there for the 1NZ car Webb. Let's have another quick look at that if we can get a chance. No, I think we might be... No, we've still got cautions on. Here we go. Let's have another look up here in the com box. Yeah, contact. Looked like Webb maybe trying to go around the outside of the 17 car of Craig Spargo. Made contact. Shouldn't be any damage to that 1NZ car. You can already see he's got a rejoin at the rear of the field. I've got a bit of a battered, bruised driver coming up, but he's still smiling. Sam Barry, that was a huge ride.
Yeah, no, she ran out of talent there, but anyway.
You're going to have to assess the car, see how much damage is there, but mate, you had some great pace.
Yeah, no, we're sort of coming to grips with it. Yeah, normally I'm quite good in the slick, but yeah, really like it tonight, but anyway, it comes to a stop.
That's open wheel racing, mate. You can go to 0 to 0 real quick.
Yeah, no, hopefully the car's not too bad, but we'll fix that for next big meeting is the New Zealand, so got some confidence, so yeah, we're up.
Yeah, I definitely want to see you at the New Zealands. Back into it here with Humble out in front. We'll thank Sam for coming up into the box. Didn't get much of a chat, but he was still happy to do it. Tyler's up in a second spot. Regan Tyler working over the 46 car. Dwayne Todd has moved up top 8. Well, Humble is going to have to go because Tyler's faster. Declan Rowe is still third. Then it's a 36 of Morrison, 33C Warren, 57A Forsey, and 6B Dwayne Todd moving up another spot to 7th from the back. Declan Rowe's got to be cautious. He's leaving the door open on the entry to the corner. Here comes Tyler again of the race leader. Jeremy Webb has already stormed past about 8 cars. He's going to line up another one around the outside. Well, Tyler's starting to work over this track. 3 laps to go. Tyler running the slightly higher line, trying to find some grip on Humble. Aaron Humble's going to be tough to pass there in that 46 car. Tyler again goes mid-track. Just needs to get a clean run. 2 to go. Third place for the Auckland 36 car of Morrison. Declan Rowe's under attack now from the Christchurch 33 who goes by on the inside. Rowe just dropping back positions. Here comes Hot Toddy around the outside of the 57A. Pulls a wheel stand. White flag is out with 1 to go. Down the back straight for the last time in Heat 2. Efficient moving and storage TQs. Tyler, slide job down the inside. Humble slams the door shut and will do just enough to take the race win. 56A Regan Tyler second. 36A Morrison third. Well, we'll give you a provisional top 10 on that one. 46A Aaron Humble definitely in with a chance of getting a great grid for that feature race. Taking the win from the hard-charging 56 of Regan Tyler. 36 Cole Morrison was third. 33C Tyler Warren was fourth. 93 of Declan Rowe, his best race to date since his comeback in TQs for fifth. 57 Dylan Forsey was sixth. 6 of Dwayne Todd from the back to 7th spot. A win in 7th, that could be a favourable grid for Hot Toddy. 14 of Chris Whiffen was 8th. 97 Ben Morrison was 9th. Top 10 for the 21 of Hayden Guptill. Heat 2 that was, TQ's Hawke's Bay Championship, thanks to efficient moving and storage. We've got a couple of cars that need moving. We've got a sidecar passenger that needs to go to hospital with a damaged wrist. And there's 2 cars blocking in their tow vehicle and they can't get out. Registration PHL 560. It's got AM Kirby Contractors written on the side of it. If you brought the AM Kirby Contractors vehicle, Rego PHL 560, we need you to move it immediately. And also if you own a Holden Captiva, registration FFG 882. Holden Captiva, registration FFG 882. Both those vehicles need to be moved so that passenger sidecar rider can head to the hospital to get his wrist looked at. Please move them now.
is Sprintcar, then it is Saloon. It is Sprintcar, then it is Saloon on the group.
Let's go racing. Heat number 2 for the 007 Paintball Hawke's Bay Youth Ministock Championship. Ryan Dittmar leads them down the back straight on lap 1. Chased down by the 42 of Seth Island, who's moved through into second spot. Around the outside now for third. The 9 car making their way through. It's McCann, I think, in the 9 car. For some reason, name's not showing up on the board. Definitely Aaron McCann. Then it's the 85H of Casey Wade. Bit of contact in this non-contact class. The 88V car makes his way through. It was a bit of a meat in the sandwich in that one. About to catch the first of the lap cars. Macy Penn putting up the fastest lap time. So far, she's having a great night. Oh, contact. 2 cars round. 29 car went first. Jacob Martin caught up with the 88 car. It's Trengrove in the 88. Martin gets back in the race. No need for the Reds, that's good. Look at this battle out in front though. Ryan Dittmar has a slight lead over the 42 of Seth Island in second spot. 6 laps to go. Tom Steele out on the track for the first time in the 21. Working his way up into the top 10. Another driver that would desperately love this championship. Across the stripe for the race leaders, 5 to go. Getting caught up with lap traffic that allows the field to close in. Well, we got one riding up the wall. Oh, look at this pinball. 2 cars gone to the grass. Right, might be a few drivers coming up the steps to the green shed a little bit after this one. It's still Dittmar out in front, withstanding all of the pressure. Ireland had to get off the gas as they catch a lap car. Side by side down into turn 3. Ireland takes the race lead. Goes through on the inside. Makes the pass with just 3 laps to go. What can Ryan Dittmar do about it in the 14 car in second? And look who's right there running the high line. The 77 of Macy Penn. They say once you win a race, it just breeds more wins and you get desperate for them, and Macy is now up in the top 3, challenging once again. Aaron McCann is 4th. 85H Casey Wade. Whoa, the 99 car takes a wild ride. Kira Lee Marshall in that cool looking 99 car. Down the back straight. Penn, oh, hard into the fence there for the 29 car of Martin. That might just bring on a red. That car has stopped. And we've got a battle on for the race lead. Macy Penn down the, well, we go red. We go red. They need to get on the brake. Well, as they crossed the stripe when those reds went on, the race leaders were locked together side by side. That's pretty much kind of how they are there on the back straight. As they crossed the line on that previous lap there, Seth Island in the 42 car was the narrow leader by 1/10 of a second from 77 Macy Penn. They're now on the back straight. 14 of Ryan Dittmar 3rd, Aaron McCann in the 9 car 4th, 85H Casey Wade in 5th, 21 Tom Steele with a big drive from the rear up into the top 6, still with a chance to make more spots. 98 Deegan Butcher 7th. Deegs last time to be able to try and win this meeting. Some of these drivers will be aging out later on in the season. 22 Lachlan Timmins is currently 8th with the 88 of Memphis Trengrove 9th. And top 10, 88V Fletcher Hoskins. It was an eventful race for the 29 of Jacob Martin. Made contact, had contact with another car on the same corner a few laps earlier. and then just had a bit of a hard nosedive into the fence there before the car came to a stop. The beasts are lined up on the dummy grid. Heat 2, Auto Super Shop Sprint Cars up next. Another 10-lap heat race. Don't blink or you miss it. They are that fast. Track's gone away maybe just a little bit. It'll be interesting to see if they can beat those fast lap times that they did in round 1 with the 13.33. They rev the mighty Datsun once again. Let's go racing. We've only got half a lap to go. Macy Penn's your race leader. Got a staller here in the 24th. Finally finds a gear as they come off the final turn. White flag, checkered flag. Race done. 2 in a row for Macy Penn. Penn will take the win from the 42 of Seth Island. 14, Ryan Dittmar picks up 3rd. 4th place for the 9 of Erin McCann. Top 5 will go to the 85H of Casey Wade. 6 for the 98 Deegan Butcher. 22B Lachlan Timmins was 7th with the 21B Tom Steele 8th. 88B Memphis Trengrove 9th and 88 from Wanganui Fletcher Hoskins just inside the top 10. That was Heat 2. Hawke's Bay Youth Ministock Championship thanks to 007 Paintball. Well, as we wait for the sprint cars to come out for heat number 2 of the Auto Super Shop Sprint Car Masters, and we see Macy Penn taking a 2nd checkered flag tonight. How about that for this young lady? Never won a race before in mini stocks. Now she's got 2 of them. Unbelievable. Carrying on that Penn name. The pen is mightier than the sword. Well, I'm sure there's a few out there that regularly read the New Zealand Dirt Track magazine, and you would have seen that over the last year or so. It's changed format, looks absolutely more professional. It's turned to a journalism style magazine, shorter, better content, just an all-round really great mag, and we're very proud to have that still around here in New Zealand Speedway. I've got Aaron and Vince from the New Zealand Dirt Track, who it's your first time, Meeanee. I really can't believe you guys have never been here before.
No, absolutely. No, it's great to be here at Meeanee. Finally, we've, we're trying to get around as many tracks as we can now. We've got NZDTO, New Zealand Dirt Track Racing magazine, and yeah, this is another one ticked off the box. And what a night to do it! It's awesome.
I think you guys probably picked the best night. How good were those sprint cars in Heat 1?
Oh, they were absolutely amazing. I mean, the wheel stands down those straights, and the track just looks absolutely epic. I mean, whoever prepared that track did an awesome job. It's just excellent racing. So glad to be here.
We've had trouble with our track in the last couple of meetings, but it's all been down to the weather. And they called in the heavy equipment from Manawatu last week. You can see that the work that's gone into it. I mean, 13.33 second lap time, 108 average speed. That's insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, and it just goes to show what goes into Speedway in our country, and that's what we're trying to do with the NZ Dirt Track Racing magazine. We're trying to get in there and find as many stories as we can to pump them out and let the fans and everyone that's interested in the sport know exactly what's going into it, whether it's the positive or negatives or the trials and tribulations that go on in the sport. Yeah, get along to your local stockist or get a subscription and make sure you find our stories there at NZDTR.
You know what's really cool though, guys, is that it's Wednesday night. We've got a packed grandstand, and that's just good for the drivers. As they come out the gate and see all the fans, it just spurs them on.
You know, it definitely does. It's when we turned up and saw this crowd, we were pretty amazed because it's a heck of a crowd to see here, and I think it's just it goes to show how awesome the sport is here, and obviously having Shane van Gisbergen here helps as well. But man, the racing tonight is I think everyone will be pleased they turned up.
I really want to chat with Shane tonight if possible, but we all know that he's here, he's focused, he's doing his thing, so we're kind of not going to bother him too much and just let him get on with it. He certainly does this talking out on the track, though.
Oh, he certainly does, and it's just been great to sort of be in the same place as such a goat for this for motorsport. And you're right, he's here having fun and doing his thing. So look, and there's some other great cars out there. It's great to see the sprint cars here at Meeanee, and big internationals like Shane coming is good. So we hope the crowd out there are getting their full value for money.
Without giving away all your secrets, though, what's the next innovation for the NZDTR mag?
Oh, I think everyone's wondering, are we going to go digital or are we not? Because we aren't digital at the moment, although we have published quite a few of the old magazines online and will continue to do so. Will we go online with the subscription? Time will tell. I think we'll look into that over the next winter, and we might come out with some sort of subscription for that. Or I've just had a suggestion up here. No, we're definitely not taking that suggestion. Page 3 is going to remain the way it is. So yeah, we'll probably go digital, but time will tell.
You guys took on the magazine during a really, really tough time.
Yeah, we did. Our first edition was the Teams Champs, and unfortunately, as everyone will know, we lost Stephen Penn at that event, and it went, it was our first magazine out, and it was really, really tough actually having to write about that. But it was great to see what the Speedway community does when there is a tragedy, and they get in behind each other, and the support that we were able to give a little bit with the stories that we were written, but mainly what we were witnessing going on behind the scenes was just incredible. It's why we love what we do, and why we'll keep doing it.
It's probably safe to say you're not going to leave it so long to make another appearance back here at Meeanee.
No, definitely not. I think we're only 3.5 hours away in Wellington, so I think there's no excuses not to come back. We'll definitely be here again throughout this season and next, and make this more of a regular track.
Where's the next big event for Garage 16 Modified?
For the Modifieds, no, for Garage 16, we're heading up to the NZ Superstock Champs tomorrow in Huntly, and we'll be doing a bit of presenting for the pits media up there as well. But in terms of Garage 16, we've got the New Zealand Street Stock GP in Woodford Glen in a week and a half's time. So we're going down there and doing something with the pits there as well. And it's also the first round of the Extreme Super Saloon Dirt Series, so it's going to be a great one.
Yep, sounds like it's going to be awesome. Hey, thanks for coming up in the box and chatting, guys, and keep up that great work with that magazine.
Cheers, thank you. Thank you very much.
Here we go, round number 2, Heat 2, Auto Super Shop, Sprint Car Masters. Hold on to the edge of your seats if you got a hat on. Hold on to it. The whirlwind is about to start. The 8 car of Donovan is on pole. That's going to be a lot of work for Big Pumba. As we drop the green, let's go racing. Straight away, Daniel Thomas in the 3NZ car fires it up the inside, takes the race lead and pulls the gap. Donovan gets sideways in second spot. Wow, the Exide Batteries 8 car. 6 is James Darm, the Kiki Hydrolink car in third. It's getting busy through the pack as they jostle for position, but look at the pace out in front. That's insane again. That's my favourite word tonight, insane. Donovan second, James Darm in third. Well, Donovan's only issue will be his race fitness. He's been out of the seat for 12 months. Look at Thomas in front, 13.4. There's still race pace in this track. Donovan second, Darm in the 6K car is third. The Hydrolink cars come through. Donovan half spin. Oh, stacking them up. Flat wheel. Donovan in the 84. Cooper was very lucky to get away with that. The 71 car of McDonald has gone infield. Race done. Thomas out in front. 13.5s now. Still 107 kilometres average speed. As Donovan still fighting for that position. He doesn't want to give it up. The Hydrolink car stretches away. Oh, contact. Donovan finally goes to the infield. He was starting to get a little bit untidy out there. Race fitness definitely coming into play for Pumba. Still got cars trying to work that high line. The 82 car of Jamie Larson. The Mark Alexander car working the high line up through turns 1 and 2. Does the switch back to the inside. Has he got race pace down into 3? Slide job on the 8K car. Beautiful move by Larson. That's how you do it. Larson moves himself up into the top 5. Benji Sneddon drops a spot in the 8K. Well, laps go by real quick. White flag is out. 1 to go for Thomas in the 3NZ car. About to see the checkered flag. Race done. Race 1 goes to Thomas. .48, the fastest lap time that time. So only dropped 1/10 of race pace off this track. Shows you how good it is here tonight. 6K of James Darm will pick up second spot. That's your unofficial positions. 84P Dean Cooper for third. 98A Ryan O'Connor fourth. 82A Jamie Larson fifth. 8K Benji Sneddon was sixth. 7th place was the 88K of Keaton Darm. 8th place, 97A Shane Van Gisbergen. 9th for the 9M of Ollie Williams. 10th was 35A Rob Vasey. And 2 DNFs, 8B Paul Donovan, who ended up getting a little bit pushed around in the end of that race. And also 71A Jamie McDonald, who retired to the infield. A little bit more tyre packing going on as well on the outside. What a great win though for the 3NZ of Daniel Thomas. Brilliant moves through that pack there. 82 Jamie Larson. I watched him line up a car. He went deep into turn 1, rode it mid-track until the apex, turned back up the inside and made that brilliant move on the 8K. Benji Sneddon stole the position away for a top 5. That was heat number 2, Auto Super Shop Sprint Car Masters. Saloon cars are out next for their second race tonight, thanks to David Jones Motors. When it goes a little bit more quiet, I will give away the last of my voucher packs. And this time it's got the 88B and 22B Ministock photo, thanks to B-Dub Photography. That's Memphis Trengrove and Lachlan Timmins driving those cars. It'll have another Carl Carpendale 77 GTQ mini poster. $50 worth of Thirsty Whale vouchers. That is our naming rights sponsors for our text phone comps. We really like to thank the Thirsty Whale Restaurant and Bar. If you've never been there, it's a beautiful place to go and have a meal, or just a light refreshment there as you sit out, looking out over the marina, watching the yachts and the fishermen go about their thing on the inner harbour in Hawke's Bay. $20 Yark City side voucher there as well, where country meets city. Awesome live music venue on a Friday night. Just a great place to go and socialise. $50 Creative Treasures voucher. Now that's Creative Treasures in Hiratonga Street in Hastings. They do Kiwiana, 21st gifts, tin art, signs, all sorts of stuff. You actually have to go there to see just how much they have. And you'll probably end up spending more than that $50 voucher, because you never walk out of there with nothing, I can guarantee it. This prize pack is $160 total value. Make it a little bit harder for you this time. The sprint cars are actually racing for a series championship. What is that series championship? It's not the sponsor, but what this series championship actually is. If you could text that in, you could be the master of winning. Acceleration line has been laid. We're going to go racing next time by. Robertson Prestige Pace Shoot will make its way to the infield. 2 BK cars will sit out the front. Remember, they are almost a lap down. And they will have to race and chase to try and work their way back through this field. It'll be the 5 of Steve Flynn on the inside with Grant on the outside. Then it's Jeremy Brown, who's effectively on pole in the 18 car, with Shane Laking on the outside, who makes the better start in the saloons. Laking leads down into turn number 1, gets up on 3 wheels. Grant Flynn in front of Steve in the battle of the supers. Shane Laking's not doing too bad a job of it there in that saloon car. Just continually lifts that inside wheel. He's got that car hooking up nicely on the right rear. Jeremy Brown there in second spot, the only carbon metal recyclers car. Then we go to the 22W, Daniel Hull sitting there in third place with the 27P. Well, it'll be 27B of Josh Smith. Still showing up that he's contracted to Palmerston North on the stream, up here on the live timing, but he is a B car driver now and makes his way around the outside of Hull, gets the job done into third place. Keep an eye on that 27 car. Problem there for the 6W of Ben Jones. Still Grant Flynn out in front of the 5 car of Steve Flynn. Shane Laking stretching away in front of the saloon cars. Here comes Josh Smith, works the inside line on Jeremy Brown. Brown's running a mid-track line. He's Got to be cautious not to leave the door open too wide. Laking has the full length of the back straight, the lead over Brown in second spot, who's doing a great job to keep out the 27 of Smith. Daniel Hole in the 22W car's not too far back. Then it's the 7G of Rodney McIndoe. 124p Daniel Halcrow. Smith now looking to the inside. JB starting to go a little bit wider on the racetrack. 3 laps to go for Laking. The Supers definitely aren't going to lap into the major positions in this race. As the track goes up a little bit, they're not that much faster than Shane Laking. In fact, let's have a look at the lap times. 16.2 is the fastest for Laking, 15.9 for Grant Flynn. So just 0.3 separating the pace between the fastest lap of a Super Saloon and a saloon car tonight. White flag, 1 to go, Shane Laking. The battle of second and third place continues on with Jeremy Brown holding out Josh Smith. Brownie goes wide. Only one more corner to go for Brownie to get a big scalp. Shane Laking dominates it. He takes the win. Brownie's second. Smith will have to settle for third. 22W Daniel Hole for fourth. 7G Rodney McIndoe fifth. Sixth place was the 6 of Grant Flynn. And it was a DNF there for Steve Flynn in the 5BK car. I'm not sure why he pulled in early. But a great drive, dominating drive really for the 7B car of Shane Laking. 18B Jeremy Brown, what a good drive for him. He started getting a little bit wider on the racetrack, and I thought the 27B of Smith might have dived up the inside, but they kept it clean, kept it mean. Jeremy Brown took second. Oh, I think we finally get to see some stock car action tonight. We've got a 33 car field. Oh, they are racked and stacked. Tightly packed on that dummy grid. 992 Taylor Lamps here as well. Awesome. Could be that time of the night when you're getting hungry or thirsty. Go and visit one of the great food shacks around the track, one of the food caravans, or head over and grab yourselves a coffee. A lovely Rosalie on the Napier side doing the Spoonman coffee. We've got Donna at Caffeine and Chills on the other side. Donna, if you can hear me and you've got time and someone to bring them over, we'd love a couple of flat whites up here in the comm box, please. Ian's hanging out. I'll repeat that message. A couple of flat whites, please, Donna. Raise your hand if you're having a great night at the Speedway tonight. Come on, there's more than 2 of you. Raise your hand if you're having a good night at the Speedway. Don't be shy. What an awesome night at Speedway. Who would have thought with the weather like it was this morning? Such an awesome night. Commiserations if you've got to go to work tomorrow. Towler Engineering will be bringing you Stock Cars event number 19. 10 laps for them. Don't forget to come and claim your prizes. If you're texting in, make sure you check your phone, because we've still got a previous prize up here, and we've already done the next competition as well. So there's 2 prizes up here that are to be claimed as we lead ourselves towards the Sprint Car final later on tonight, where we'll be giving away the Auto Super Shop Sprint Car Masters t-shirt and a B-Dub Photography Midget Crash A4 picture. Out first. Well, I missed the number. I actually thought it was Gemma, but I missed a couple of cars coming out because I'm staring at my prize packs. It says Shine For You on your live stream as the sponsor of this, but we'll say Shine For You as well, because we actually scratched that race, so we'll say it's Shine For You, and we will also say it's Towler Engineering. it looks like we will see the 83 car starting from pole position this time. Quinton Sewell will go from grid position number 1 with the 4B of Courtney Haddon on 2. 28 of Logan Hurry goes from I'm even actually, hang on a minute. I am back to front. Some people say I'm regularly back to front. 41B is your pole position, Matt. Right, we do get to the bottom of the mystery. I'm going to try that for the 3rd time. So we still do have 3 stock car races tonight. And starting on pole, and it's correct this time, 16H James Marshall. The 812 car of Hayden Leverage Watkins will go from 2. It's lucky Greg Zahn stands up here near the box just to keep an eye on me, because he always comes in and corrects me when I make a mistake, and he comes in quite regularly. Hayden Middleton will start from 3. 5B of Bradley Penn will go from 4. The 14B of Gemma Holloway will go from 5. And grid number 6, that'll be the 74. That's a stacked grid, isn't it? Tony Palmer will go from grid number 6. 48, Scott Gallup goes from 7. With the 28 car of Logan Hurry from 8. Grid 9 for Taylor Lamp in the 992. With Lauren Swift in the 42 car going from grid 10. Grid 11 for the 16P, Wayne Verco. Grid 12 for the 11B of Braden Munro. Grid 13, the 97B of Daniel Dittmar. And grid 14 will be the 4B of Courtney Haddon. Grid 15 for the 41B of Cameron Swift. Grid 16 for the 19B Caleb Island. Grid 17 is the 55 of Asher Penn. Grid 18 for the 175 Sam Prescott. It's a big grid to get through. Let's go racing. The big push down into 1 and 2. 3, 4 cars wide as they come off the turn. We've got 2 cars, 3 cars going to the infield. 31 car gets spun. Darren Robertson. 97 car on the grass as well. Daniel Dittmar. 175 car back out on the track. Sam Prescott in the way at 175. Well, they're getting pushed around. The sparks will fly. Caleb Island slides to the infield, right across the bull ring, almost to the safety area. 16H James Marshall, the Huntley drivers in front. 77 Middleton in second. 48 Scott Gallup's in third. Wow, so many cars out on this racetrack right now. This is stock car racing. You never know where to look. Field trying to sort themselves out in these early laps. There'll be 6 to go for the race leader, the Tyre Savers, 16H car of Marshall. Contact off turn 4. The 11 car got spun. Brendan Rees back in the race. 2 cars parked up at turn 2. We go red. Dropping the reds. That'll be possibly, is that? It's either for debris or that car that's sitting there on the pole, close to the pole. Just checking out the recovery crews, just checking out that car on the infield, which I think is the 83 car. I think that's Quinton Sewell. Just checking to make sure he's okay. Tow truck's going to move him to the infield anyway. 16H James Marshall, the race leader. having a look. Is that Marshall that's just across the start finish? There he is there. So 5 laps to go. He's just gone past the timing strike. Waikato tractors, DMD, tyre savers, flush drainage on the side of that car. Slow restart for Penn in the 5B. Daniel Dittmar in the 97 car was looking to line up the 78 of Gibson Tout. 3 wide off turn 4. Still 3 wide as they went across the start-finish straight. 4 laps to go, soon to be 3. Race leader just comes past the commentary position. He's been caught though by Taylor Lamb. Gibson Tout's turned it around on 4. 3 laps to go. Taylor Lamb now works over Marshall. The battle for first and second. Lamp's on the inside. Marshall's up high on the racetrack as they come down the back straight. Lamp just needs to put a bumper on him as Marshall hangs the back of the car out wide. Lamp up the inside again. Marshall's got momentum. Drives back around the outside. 1-1-2 there in the 3rd spot. Asher Penn's having a good drive in the top 4. Could be a new race leader now as Lamp up the inside of Marshall. Lamp goes through, 1 lap to go. Has he timed this race to perfection? Can Marshall get a bumper on the back of the 992? He's desperately trying to do that up in turn 2 as they charge down the back straight for the last time. Lamp trying to keep it in tight. Marshall thought about it, couldn't do it. 992, Taylor Lamp will take the win. 16H James Marshall was second. Just trying to figure out who was in 3rd. It says 1-1-2, but there's no name next to it. And there's no 1-1-2 on my list. That's a 7-7-2. 1-1-2. Interesting. We can surmise here is that it might have been the 772 car that finished up in 3rd. We'll have to wait until so Kyle Lamp it is in the 772 car. Kyle Lamp came from the very rear of that grid. He was on grid 29, actually finished up in 3rd spot. Huge move. So Taylor Lamb taking the win in the 992, 16H Marshall 2nd, and a brand new engine hauling him up into 3rd. Kyle Lamp in the 772 from 55. Asher Penn having a good drive. She's seen how Macy's racing in the Ministock, so Asher wants a big result tonight as well. 5th place 41B Cameron Swift, and a top 6 for the 14B of Jordan 80. Well, as we saw with the Midget Car Series meeting or so back, it was the dreaded inverted card for pole position. Like if you finished top qualifier, like Jamie Larson just has, then you could either draw pole or you draw grid number 6, which means we invert the top 6 on the grid, and all the hard work of getting top qualifier has just gone by the wayside. John McCullum's here with the 2 cards. Jamie Larson, which one do you want?
I definitely want the pole, because I think if I start for 6, it's probably not going to be too much of a chance on winning on a track like this, but take this one and see what happens.
Well, you've got pole position. That's the first time in 3 attempts, because we saw Brad Mosen draw grid 10 once. We saw him draw again 6 last time. Now you're the first time that I've ever seen someone grab our pole. You've done the hard work, you deserve to start on pole. It's been a great night so far for sprint cars, and that Mark Alexander car is really working good.
Yeah, it is. My crew chief Daryl Clayton's got the car pretty well on rails, so it's a big credit to him, and obviously Mark for giving me the goods to get the car as it is. And what an awesome track the Hawke's Bay put on for us sprint car boys. Heaps of grip out there, still plenty out around the top, so it's making it a little bit wider and making it a little bit easier for us boys to pass. So that was most of our guys' sort of biggest concern, was just with how narrow it was going to be, and we thought it was going to be a little bit more one lane around the bottom, but just definitely hats off to the Hawke's Bay Speedway Club. Awesome track for us, really happy, and big thanks to our friends and family from Hawke's Bay coming out supporting us as well, and obviously all the fans. There's heaps of people turned out for us, and I hope they've got a good night's racing from all classes.
I talked to you when we did our live stream pit walk early on before the meeting started, and you'd done some mini stock laps here, you'd done some mini sprint racing here, but you're a little bit unsure about what it would be like tonight in the sprint car.
Yeah, it's obviously now I've done a couple of heat races, I sort of know a little bit more, and it's definitely a lot harder on the brakes coming into the turns in the sprint car, trying to get the car slowed up and get it rotated for the tight corners. So it's a relatively long straights here for us. We're getting a bit of wing speed up through there, and the wind at the moment sort of having a big effect on the aerofoils as well. So sort of pretty hard on the brakes from sort of halfway down, starting to get the car to pitch in. So I think the feature will probably see some glowing brake discs, and be a good show.
This track has a deceiving amount of grip.
Yeah, it does tonight. I mean, like you said, I've done plenty of laps here in the Ministock, which is more pole line racing, and the minis when we sort of moved up a bit more on the track, and most of the time I've been here, it's normally been quite slick and a few bumps, but obviously tonight, it's completely the opposite. So I've heard they've turned up all the clay of the rotary hoe, and they put lots of water into it. So the better the track, the better there is for us boys to put on a show.
Racetrack tonight, because in Heat 1 the fastest lap time was 13.33 seconds, which is really insane, and a top speed, average speed of 108 k's. In that second race, the average speed was only 107 k's, 1 kilometre off, and we only got 110 faster.
Yeah, I mean that just really goes to show how good the track is, and I think the classes that they're running here tonight are also really good to help with track moisture. The mini stock sort of bring it through a little bit with the skinnier tyres, and the TQ sort of dust off the bottom a little bit where we don't tend to run as tight down on the pole line. So yeah, I think all in all, it's a great meeting, and hopefully we can get sprint cars back here more often, and put on more of a show and try and get some more cars.
Well, you've done the hard work, you drew the right card, you start from pole position. No doubt you probably want to start on the outside, but you're going to keep that close to your chest, mate. Just good luck in the feature.
Yeah, awesome. Cheers, Mike. Thanks everyone for coming out again, and put on a good show in the feature.
There you go, Jamie Larson driving the 82A car, the Mark Alexander sponsored race car, as we go ready for heat number 3, Hawke's Bay TQ Championship, brought to you by Fisher Moving and Storage. Let's drop the green. The mighty TQs charge down up through 1 and 2. Pick up a race leader for you. 17 car it is, it's out in front. Dylan McGregor, the former national champion. Good to see him on the entry list for next week's national title. 21A. That is the Hayden Guptill car tonight. Normally driven by Dana Lowry. The Auto Ignite car, Hayden Guptill, the last driver to win a New Zealand TQ Championship here around 7 years ago. But it is McGregor that's looking fast in this early staging of Heat 3. Guptill in second spot. Third place is Kuhn in the 11 car. Then it's the 4 of Glenross Dudding. He's going to start to drift through this field a little bit. Caden Barker in the letterbox. 44's up there in 4th and 5th. Back out on the track for Lee Erskine in the 51 car. McGregor with a 1.6 second lead. Goes around the outside of Erskine in the 51. Putting that car down a lap. Wasn't a lot of room as he went by on the outside. Caden Barker's just gone fastest, 15.9 in the 44A car. Keep an eye on Barker, he's working that high line. That car is hauling. Outside, inside, what a pass on Coonan. Caden Barker. This guy is only in about his 6th or 7th TQ meeting. And he's already won a feature race here at Meeanee. Oh, it's tight. Tyler in the 56 car's trying to find a way through. And he dives down the inside again in the 11 car. Well, Adam Coonan's finding out life is tough in Hawke's Bay Championship TQ racing. 4 laps to go for the race leader, McGregor. He's opened up that gap now to 2.69 seconds. Guptill in second spot, having his best race of the night. Third place, 44 of Barker. Oh, caution, we got contact up in turn number 1. Looks like a car on its side as well. Is that the Whiff-built car? Try and have a look. We know the 97 car's involved, of Morrison, the 97A. Let's have a look on the replay. Oh, just a big bounce. Oh, another bounce here. Wow, that was an interesting one. I'm keen to see that again. Let's have a look at another replay of that. We'll slow it down a little bit for you as well on the live stream for those of you that have got slow Wi-Fi. Keen to see that again. The car that was in front bounced, but then it looked like the car that actually rolled did it all on his own. But I really have to see it again. It happened so quick. Driver's out. We've got a couple of cars blocking other cars in. If you've got a Rego PTNGTA, it's a Ford Everest with the registration PTNGTA. You need to move that car because you're blocking other people in. And a white Kia, registration MGA138. MGA138, white Kia. Could you move those cars, please? Well, McGregor's lead is going to evaporate, and we'll go with a 2x2 restart. I say the 97 rode a wheel. So definitely the 97 car Morrison rode a wheel. Still don't know the number of the car that was the rollover. But we'll figure it out in a minute when they don't come around on live timing. 91 Macintosh, possibly. Or was it the 7 of Gurner? Dylan McGregor on the outside in the 17G car. 2 former national champions on the front row. 21, Hayden Guptill on the inside. 44, Caden Barker, the hard young charger there on grid 3. 33C, Tyler Warren, again having another good drive. This Christchurch man could be a danger next weekend at that national title fight. 11 Coonan on 5, 56A Regan Tyler, who did some impressive moves through the pack. He's on 6. Good start though by McGregor. Guptill comes under pressure from the chasers. Barker's moved through on the inside. Barker squeezing out the 11 car. Well, McGregor's definitely got more pace. This looks like Guptill hasn't quite got the top speed that he would like. Here comes Barker up the inside. Barker makes his move. Guptill holds him out. Absolute wheel-to-wheel racing with Regan Tyler now right in there as well. Tyler takes no prisoners in that 56 car. He's going to have a lunge up the inside of Barker in the online stabilisers car. 2 to go now for McGregor in front. Tyler again does a slight job to the inside of the letterbox. Guptill stretched away. He's got 2 or 3 car lengths in second spot. White flag is out for Dylan McGregor. 1 to go. Can the 21 car of Guptill hang on for second spot? 44A Barker is driving as if his life depended on it here in this heat. McGregor across the line for the win. Guptill will finish up in second. Barker in the 44 car for third. 56 Regan Tyler finishing up in fourth. 33C Tyler Warren was fifth. 36A Cole Morrison 6th. 11B Adam Coonan was 7th. 93B Declan Rowe was 8th. 44B Glenn Ross Dudding was 9th. Top 10 for the 97A Ben Morrison. Another exciting efficient moving and storage Hawke's Bay TQ race there in round number 3. Just had a correction on the name of a driver as well. Up on our lap timing, up on live timing, the 33C car that we've been calling Tyler Warren all night, it is in fact Tyler Warnock. So there's been a mistake with the entry onto my laps. We just want to apologise to Tyler for that. And thank you for that came up of 33C car is Tyler Warnock. Up next for Henry of the 007 paintball Hawke's Bay title. Go to our balloon car beacon. Sprintcar final. And the stock car quick turnaround for the stock cars to get those 2 races in. Unfortunately, due to time constraints tonight, there won't be the sprint car shootout. We'll be able to go straight into their feature race. 25 laps, the Auto Super Shop Sprint Car Masters.
It is saloon, then it is the sprint cars. It is saloon, then it is the sprint cars on the grid.
Singer in the 86 car on pole. Corbin Morris on the outside in the 76 as they drop the green. Singer out in front. Morris had issues in one of the previous races in that 76 car. Butcher in third place now in the 98, trying to make his way up the inside, gets the job done. 21 Tom Steele follows through. The 49 car has been turned around down here on turn number 4. That's Michaela Brown. Can she fire it up and find a forward gear? Otherwise, we're going to go red as the field thunders down on the 49 car. Oh, she just finds the gear. Gets on the starter motor button, and unfortunately the reds have come on. So race is done now for the 49. She won't be too happy about that. Good race developing out in front. Singer with a very narrow lead over Morris in the 76, the 98 of Butcher in third, 21 Steele in fourth. Boston Joblin's up there again in the 52. Then it's the 22 of Timmins. 67 Neve Smith in 7th, 88 Memphis Trengrove is in 8th. Olivia Tester dropped down to 9th place on that lap. Top 10 at the moment, 26 of Abby Cullum. So the 49 car's gone infield. Need to move away from the infield a little bit more than that though, off that pole. Unless they're going to let the 49 back out in the race. Those reds on. .33 car, there could be an issue there with Lily Smith in the 33. Yeah, thumbs down it was for the 33. That's what he's trying to tell me. Staller on the back straight, so they immediately have to chuck the reds back on. Still that 49 car sitting there not too far off the pole. They're obviously happy with that though. Not too long before we go back for a restart. 007 Paintball bringing you Hawke's Bay Youth Ministock racing tonight. Looks like they'll have to give the 33 car a push, I think, maybe, to get that car off the track. Race over for Lily Smith. And just going over to check on that 49 car as well. Give the 49 a little bit of a push. Michaela Brown. Has it got the power, though, the Unimog? Looks like we might have lost another car as well. It's already a high attrition rate in this Ministock race, and that'll be the 12 car of Dorwood. It's down there in 18th place on that opening lap. So almost ready to go back racing here in this heat. Big thanks to 007 Paintball. Remember, check them out online and on their Facebook page. Great place to go and let off some steam. They drop the green once again. Your race leader, the 86 of Singer. He will lead down past the commentary position with Corbin Morris in second spot. Deegan Butcher up the inside, goes side by side with Morris. Tom Steele is there in fourth. He will dive to the inside of Morris as well. Morris is going to drop a couple of positions. Trengrove's in there in the 88 car. Singer's looking fast in this heat. Trengrove makes a mistake. Opens the door there for the 52 car of Boston Joblin. Joblin goes through on the inside. Moves himself up top 5. Trengrove 6, 22 Lachlan Timmins 7th, Aaron McCann in the 9 car is 8th. Singer wants a race win. Half race distance with 5 to go. Starting to work their way through some lap traffic. 3 cars in front of them. Here comes a 21 of Steele. Steele down the inside of Singer, side by side. Steele has a lap car in front of him, has to change his line and go back out wide. Singer pulls a car length on him. Steele has got the race pace. Chasing down Singer once again, goes back to the inside. That car goes wherever he wants to put it. What a nice corner there from Tom Steele. Well, wherever he turned that steering wheel, that car just followed. And here's your race leader with a narrow advantage over the 86 of Singer. Singer will chase him. Butcher's there as well in the 98 car. 76 Corbin Morris still in the top 4. Then it's 52 Joblin from Palmerston North. As the race leaders weave in and out of lap traffic. Inside, outside, up there at turn 2. Down the back straight they go. There's nothing in it. Steele slightly wider. There's a car parked up mid-track on turn 4, the 99 car. Look, is it the 99? No, it might be the 68 car, in fact. 68, Olivia de Comte, who was sideways. The 99 car is there also. Interesting thing about that 99 car is it says that that car retired on lap 5. There's some strange things going on with my live timing tonight. Obviously didn't retire on lap 5 because it's still there. Just wondering if digging up the track during the week has maybe altered the depth of that track along where that live timing is sitting. It's always a possibility. So Steele is your race leader, that 21 car. We can get the drone to fly over and have a look, see where the 21 is, because I don't think they've quite crossed that line just yet. So we can see locked in battle with the 21 of Tom Steele on the outside, credited with as being the race leader on the previous lap. Singer right there on the inside. There was nothing in that. 98 Butchers in third. About maybe 80 metres back in fourth, the 76 of Corbin Morris. It's all about these top 3. All 3 of them will fancy their chances of a podium shot here tonight in this Hawke's Bay Youth Ministock title. 15B Logan Smith is a lap down at the moment, currently in 16th position. Only a couple of races away from that sprint car final as well, race fans. 25 laps. We've already seen that Jamie Larson will start from pole position. Taking the 68 car of Olivia de Comte into the Peter Barry shed just for precautionary measures. Safety is paramount here at Meeanee Speedway. You can see there on that view, especially if you're watching on the live stream, you can see there's nothing in it. Absolutely side by side. It's as if they've just gridded up for a runoff. Mad Brad Singer in the 86. Tom Hard as Steel in the 21. Here we go, back racing, good start from Singer. Immediately covers the line to stop Tom Steele coming through. That allows the 98 of Butcher to get a run up the inside. He goes through for second spot. Steele is back in third. It's the final lap, final corner of Heat 3. Steele's all over the shot, trying to get a run on the inside. It's not going to happen. Singer's going to win it. 98 Butcher second, Tom Steele back in third place. 88 Memphis Trengrove was fourth. Another solid drive for the 52P of Boston Joblin. 76 Corbin Morris finishing up in sixth place. Seventh for the 22 Lachlan Timmins. Eighth for the 9 of Aaron McCann. Ninth, 7 of Caleb Keane. And a top 10 for the 39 of Jacqueline Dudding. That was Heat 3, the 007 Paintball Ministocks. As we look now to the saloon car feature, brought to you by Onikawa Metal Recyclers, 10 laps. If you were sitting over on the bank just by the grandstand area there up at turn 2, check your pockets and make sure you haven't lost a cell phone. There's really cute little picture of a girl, little girl wearing a little hat on that. So you're going to want that phone back. If you ring it, we'll tell you where it is up here in the comm box. If you get friends or family or someone there can ring that phone, you can come up and claim that phone if you can describe what it looks like. We certainly want you to get it back. They drop the green. Heat 3 for the saloon cars. Saw a good one last time out for that 7 car of Shane Laking. And it's Laking once again out in front. Only a narrow lead though over Josh Smith. Smith makes a mistake up there at turn number 2. Laking trying to hold him out. Smith now goes through for that lead. And he's only just behind the 2 Super Saloons. And I think it's Jacob Flynn back in the hot seat this time in the 6 car. Steve Flynn out in front. Steve had a DNF in that last one. Not sure what the issue was for the 5B car. Tightening up out in front here. The 22 car not showing up on my live timing. Oh, you see, there is at the top now. 22W Daniel Hull. Well, there really is some strange stuff going on tonight with that. 27P Smith in second place. 7 Laking is in third. Laking working the inside line. Jeremy Brown's back there in fourth place. Then it's the 7G of McIndoe. 124P of Hellcrow. Side by side for the race lead in the saloon class. Smithy's going to dive to the inside on Hull. He's going to try and force a hole on the 22 of Daniel Hull. Hull bouncing back round the outside of 4. Has half a car advantage. Side by side, the McIntyre car through on the inside. Smithy takes the race lead in the 27. Here comes Shane Laking. Laking, panel rubbing. Makes a pass on Hull, and here comes Jeremy Brown as well in the 18 car. Daniel Hull has got beaten up. Laking makes a mistake. Drops back to third now. Smith in front in the 27. Jeremy Brown's gone from fourth to second in 1 lap. Shane Laking with a bit of damage hanging off the back of that 7 car in third. 22W Daniel Hull in fourth. 7G McIndoe. And 6th place 124P Daniel Hellcrow. Already catching up to the lap cars. 6W Ben Jones. A little bit of a chicane here as the 27 has to work his way through on the inside. Jeremy Brown's looking impressive once again in this race. Working the inside line. The car's hooking up nicely. Checkered flag is out. That race went by quickly. And it's a win for 27 Josh Smith. Jeremy Brown will pick up second spot in the 18 car. The 7 of Shane Laking was third. 22W Daniel Hull was fourth. 7G Rodney McIndoe fifth. 124P Daniel Hellcrow was sixth. And the battle of the Super Saloons, 5B Steve Flynn getting the job done over the 6B this time of Jacob Flynn. Takes us along to our sprint car feature. That is up next. 25 laps to determine the Auto Super Shop Masters champion. We'll run through the grid as they come out on the track very shortly. And remember, we've got a giveaway to do. I'll just do some paperwork up in the box. Here's some music from our radio sponsor, The Rock.
son.
Oh, cool.
At the same time, Dan Thomas and Ryan O'Connor. The number 3 car's mine.
Oh, okay.
The number 98 car's mine.
Oh,
So I've just been to Chief before.
yeah. Are you own super? Yeah. So which one? Do you own the one in Hastings or the nationwide?
No, I own the nationwide.
Yeah.
But all the ones that are individually owned, like Chief FY, everyone as well.
Yeah, C3Z's got the Hastings one on. Hastings shop offers.
No, that's my car.
Yeah, but
that's the super shop.
Yeah, but when he was in Bay Park on Wednesday, it looked like he had the Hastings name. I think.
That's my car. That's my car. That's bad, yeah. There's a lot of good guys there. That's the national logo, you know.
I saw a car with Hastings on it.
Yeah, there was some cars got some logos on there. Sponsored by the local shop. You think just the straight or you do
Part as well from Hastings.
you from Harley? Yeah.
So Sam and I are from Harley.
Yeah. Oh, right, okay.
Chris doesn't use Sam. He's used it a couple of times, but I've done 3 nights.
We're down at Palmy at Easter.
Sorry?
We're down at Palmy at Easter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're doing a double header. We're doing Meeanee and we're doing Meeanee Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, last
Yeah, it's the double header, you know.
So, we need to I can't hear anything.
Nothing here comes from go away.
Thank you, results going on the board. Thank you, results going up now.
This is the race we've all been waiting for, race fans. We're going to go live for 25 for the Auto Super Shop Masters Sprint Car Series. The boys most certainly are back in town, and they have prepared a 3-wide salute for you before they start this feature. 25 laps to battle it out for this championship. If you've got a blue ute, GYW 278, you need to move it, please. Blue ute, GYW 278, blocking another car in, please. Sprint cars will form up in a 3-wide salute. Raise some noise for the boys as they form up in this 3-wide salute. The boys are most certainly back in town. Forming up into their qualifying positions on the grid. 82, Jamie Larson on pole, has elected to start from the outside in the Daikin Mark Alexander electric car.
Ministock 2-3, results going on the board. Ministock 2-3, results going up now.
25 laps to determine a series champion here tonight. Tell you what, if you've got a Napier riding for the disabled 50-50 raffle ticket, you could be $1,026 richer tonight. We'll talk about that afterwards, and we'll give away that amazing Auto Super Shop Sprintcar Masters t-shirt and Midget Car Crash A4 photo, thanks to Beat Up Photography. As we come down to face the start this time, Ken Larson on the inside, on the outside, take advantage of that position. The grip is up high, throw it, oh, wheel stand from 3NZ, Thomas on 2 wheels all the way down into turn number 1, that was impressive. And it's Larson in front, Thomas second, third place is the 98 of O'Connor. Look at Van Gisbergen running the high line. The Giz running up high, he's back there in 6th spot. Drops a position up there on the slick part of the track in turn 1 and 2. Larson's out in front. Thomas will chase him. 98 O'Connor in 3rd. Good battle going on in the rear of the pack there with the 8 must be the 8K of Snedden. Thomas is quicker. Thomas is chasing down the race leader. They're still posting sub 14s. And it's Thomas in the 3NZ car that's fastest. Larson sideways, pulls a wheelie off turn 4. 3rd place, O'Connor in the 98. 6K of Dahmer's 4th. 5th place is the 84 Cooper, 88 Keaton Dahm, and then 7th is Van Gisbergen in the 97 with 71 McDonald in 8th. Well, Larson talked about catching lap traffic. They're a little way from catching the last of the cars there, which is the 35A of Vasey. And look how high they're running up on the track now. Larson's having to search for some grip. Thomas is on the hammer. Thomas just gets a little bit sideways up at 1 and 2, drops some position. Well, he doesn't drop position, he drops a little bit further back. He lost maybe 3 car lengths on Larson. Larson lives to fight for a little bit longer out in front here. They're starting to move around this racetrack. It is starting to slicken off a little bit finally here tonight. There is a cush developing up high if they go high enough to find it. Larson's just done fastest lap of the race, 13.9. And lap traffic is going to start coming into play. Having to go around the outside of Vasey in the 35 car. Just on 15 laps to go. Vasey still holding down the race leaders. Here comes Thomas. Thomas works the outside. Larson has to cover the line, slams the door shut, completes another lap. We've got 15 to go. Already 10 laps into this feature race. And the thing is Vasey is still in front of the race leaders. Here comes Thomas. Oh, flat wheel. Flat wheeled with Larson. Thomas, new race leader, around the outside, the 3NZ car. Daniel Thomas working over this racetrack. Vasey has actually got away from the race leaders up front. And now the 98A of Ryan O'Connor has closed in as well to make it a 3-way battle. Just a little way back there, 6K James Dahm. Then it's the 84P Cooper. Keaton Dahm in 6th spot, the 88K. Van Gisbergen is still 7th. Move up the inside. Vasey gets off the brake as Thomas goes through. Larson gets by. Here comes O'Connor in the 98 car. Top 3 have got by lap traffic. Next car on the radar will be the 8K of Benji Snedden. And this could tighten up the top 2 again. Snedden's running the fast line. Here comes Thomas. He's going to go high and cut back off turn 4. But Snedden's got the grip, pulls away again. 10 laps to go in this feature. And Larson has another chance. The 82A car's not done. Just when you thought that Thomas might get away, he's just made that move though in the 8K car of Snedden. Larson's going to have to find his way through. So Thomas has done the hard work. The 3NZ car now can focus and move forward and stretch away from second and third. The 9 car struggling a little bit. Holly Williams goes wide. Thomas had a look up the inside. 8 laps to go. Thomas has got to be cautious now. Goes up high, round the outside at turn 3. The Auto Super Shop car could be just the right sponsor on the side of that car tonight. 82 Larson still in second spot. Third place, 98 O'Connor, 6K Darm, 84 Cooper, 71 McDonald, 88 Keaton Darm. Van Gisbergen down to 8th place now in the 97. Then it's the 9 of Williams, 8K Sneddon, 35 Vasey. Thomas has got a 3-second lead out in front. The 3NZ driver is on the gas here in this feature race. Oh, we got a spin and a wheel stand, and he's still going. We're going to stay green. How about that? I thought we were going to go 25 under green, and that's still a possibility with 4 to go. How close was that? The save of the night. Wow, Thomas back around the outside of Vasey. How come he had to pass him again? Is that the second time he's gone by the 35? 3 to go. Thomas now with a 4-second lead. Can afford to back down a little bit now. He's got the length of the main straight, the gap between first and second back to the 82A car of Larson. This is where Thomas really has to be cautious now. He's got to try and find a way around the outside of Sneddon once again. He is lapping through the field the second time. 1 lap to go. 3NZ, Daniel Thomas, the master of round 2 of the Masters, thanks to Auto Super Shops. The checker awaits. We went green-white checker for 25. Jamie Larson couldn't do anything about it on pole. 3NZ, Daniel Thomas, ended up with a 3.6 second lead. 82 Larson will finish up second. 6K James Darm was third. 98A Ryan O'Connor was fourth. 84P Dean Cooper was fifth. 71A Jamie McDonald sixth. Van Gisbergen recovered back up into seventh in the 97A car. 88K Keaton Darm was eighth. 9M Holly Williams was ninth. 8K Benji Sneddon 10th. 11th place for the 35A of Rob Vasey. Give them a round of applause, race fans, as they come around. The sprint cars have certainly wowed the crowd here tonight, midweek at Meeanee Speedway. We want to wish all the drivers the best of luck at the next round as they head back to Western Springs on January the 14th for the continuation of the Auto Super Shop Series. But Daniel Thomas was the man. The 3NZ driver hunted down Larson, made the pass, ran away with it with some breathtaking moves through lap traffic. That was really where it started to get a little bit sketchy out on the track. 13.93 by Larson was the fastest lap time of the race there. Brilliant sprint car racing tonight. We look forward now to the final to decide a Hawke's Bay TQ champion. The deserved applause and an awesome donut as well, as only a sprint car can. Most impressive when those donuts happen in a sprint car. It takes a lot of skill to do that, and Daniel Thomas deservedly getting the applause of the crowd there for that feature race. Just had Josh Smith up here, the 27 Saloon. He was very pleased to finally get one of the Meeanee Speedway feature race winners stickers as well that he can proudly display on his car. All our feature race winners will get one tonight, including 3NZ Daniel Thomas. Doesn't just get the accolades and the sashes and everything that goes along with the Super Shop series, but he also gets a feature race winners sticker. I've got a Auto Super Shop t-shirt to give away here tonight, the Sprintcar Masters shirt, plus that awesome B-Dub Photography midget crash picture as well. It's a real simple question. Text in the number of the car that won the feature race tonight. It's that simple. You could be the last of our Thirsty Whale Restaurant and Bar text phone winners tonight, but you're not going to be the biggest winner of the night, because riding for the disabled, we love raising money for them. The winner of that in the 50-50 is going to get $1,026. Now, if you've got, I hope you got your tickets out. If you've got an orange star, if you have got an orange star, your heartbeat is just going to start pumping a little bit harder. And it is the number 7, D for David. Orange star, number 7, D for David. Orange star, 7, D for David. And I can tell by Troy Rusco's face, he does not have the ticket.
Ministock, please 4, you up after the stock cars, please. Ministock, please 4, you up after the stock cars. Stock cars are on the Dolly Grid now, please. Stock cars are on the Dolly Grid now.
Well, I tell you what, as the TQs line up, get ready for the grid for their Hawke's Bay TQ Championship feature race where the winner takes all. I tell you what, the night just gets better and better. As you would have heard me say, Greg Rust is a real big fan of open wheel racing. He supports Ryan McGregor. Rusty is, as you know, very well known as a V8 commentator. He does a lot of stuff here in New Zealand now as well. He just won the 50-50 raffle. And the really cool thing about that is Rusty has said, I don't want all of that money. So he's donated half of it, which is $513, back to the charity. So the charity tonight is getting over $1,500, and Greg still gets to put $513 in his pocket. He's a darn good bloke, that Greg Rust. Ready to rock and roll here in the feature. Oh, what's up with Humble? Humble bogged down the 46 car. Changed up the race order. Yeah, we're going to go caution. We're going to go caution. There was an issue there. Tyler was ready to go on the inside. Tyler was ready to go in the 56 car. There was an issue though for the 46 of Humble. So caution's still on. They're not going to let him go this time. The heavy hitters up the front. Tyler on the inside. Humble on the outside of row 1. Then it's the 6 of Todd. 36 of Morrison. 44 Caden Barker. 33 of Tyler Warnock. Still 3 races to go after this as well. 2 races left for the stock cars. And we've also got that Ministock Heat 4 for the Hawke's Bay Youth title. Efficient Moving and Storage, Hawke's Bay TQ Championship comes down to this. Webby's back there on row 5 or 6 as they drop the green this time. Much better for Humble in the 46. Humble will lead the charge up through turn 1. 15 laps for this final. Here comes the 36 car of Morrison. Morrison up on 2 wheels but drives right around the outside of Tyler. I'll tell you, that's how you find some grip. By going up on 2 wheels mid-track, this track is still grippy. It's a deceiving racetrack. Humble in front. Morrison's going to go around him. Oh, Morrison had to get off the gas. He had to change direction really quickly, but Morrison has got a very fast race car under him right now. Goes back around the outside of Tyler. Will this allow the 46 of Humble to get away? Dwayne Todd's back there in 4th place. A little bit of an overslide there from Hot Toddy. Webber's still back in 9th spot, the New Zealand champion. His Hawke's Bay title is looking like it's slipping away, and here comes Morrison. Morrison around the outside. Oh, caution. Caution for the 4 car. Glenn Ross Dudding puts it in the wall off turn 4. Well, that was just starting to really shape up. Tell you what, Morrison's so fast in that 36A. 3/10 quicker than the race leader. And he was about to go around the outside of Humble. Humble, though, was going to make that car as wide as he could. Tyler's back there in 3rd spot in the 56. You don't often see him get past as easily as Morrison went around the outside of him. 6 of Dwayne Todd's in 4th. 44, Caden Barker's in 5th. 33C, Tyler Warnock's in 6th. 17, McGregor, that's Dylan McGregor in 7th. 57, Dylan Forsey, 8th. 9th place, 1NZ Jeremy Webb. 10th, 21, Guptill. Couple of drivers there just disputing their starting positions, but it was certainly the 46 of Humble leading from 36 Morrison. I think Tyler was a little bit unsure if he'd been made the pass, had the pass had been made on him before that stoppage, that caution. Hot Toddy still there and with a chance of a podium at least in that 6 car as well. See Carpendale in the 77G car made the final. Restart coming up. Humble's got to make a good one because that 36A car of Morrison is the fastest on the track. Morrison's going to try and take him up high, but Humble has momentum around the outside, and here comes Hot Toddy as well. Toddy trying to slide up around the outside for second place, third place, side by side with Tyler. Morrison briefly was in the race lead, but Humble was able to drive back around him. Oh, this pace is so fast. Toddy through for third. Tyler dives back up the inside. Crazy slide jobs. Humble in front. Morrison protects the inside. Trying to make a hook up on Humble. Here comes Todd. Todd, momentum, round the outside. Hot Toddy. Oh, Humble's made a mistake. Todd goes through. From fourth to first, Dwayne Todd is your race leader. Humble's got to regroup. Here comes Morrison. Here comes Tyler. Then it's the 33C of Warnock. Warnock's under threat though from the 21 at Guptill. Guptill really starting to get to grips with that 21 race car. Can Hot Toddy hold on for 8 more laps? Driving like he stole it. That car is just getting faster as this race goes on. 16 5-second lap times. Here comes Tyler back up the inside. Humble has gone back to fourth place. You don't see that happen too often. Webby has moved up in 8th place now, the national champ. Now looks on the inside of Barker for another position. Barker comes back around the outside of the national champion. Morrison, twitchy up into the turn. What is up with Humble? Humble, no, that wasn't Humble. It was Tyler, I think, that made a mistake. Tyler in the was.co.nz car has faded. Here comes Webb to the inside. Todd is driving away. 6 to go. Hot Toddy, one of the older drivers, more experienced drivers in this field, showing he has lost none of his skills. Will this be the confidence? Oh, we've got a car up by the pole line. Will that bring on a caution? Just having a look at that car. Is it the 11 car of Coonan? Yep, we go caution. Oh, game changer. Game changer. Todd had the gap. It was 1.5 seconds. It's hard to make up that gap when you're only 2 tenths. Trouble was, Todd was the fastest. He would have extended out that gap. And now it all comes back. And with 6 to go, I think we still go double restart. If it's less than 6, I'm pretty sure it's a single file. That's only for those features though, remember? Wow, this meeting really has been excitement plus. 10 o'clock on the dot. We've seen the sprint cars. 6 laps away from crowning a Hawke's Bay TQ champion, and they get to carry the bragging rights through to next weekend, 13th and 14th, when we do it all again for a New Zealand title with even more TQs. You've got to be here for those. Humble's going to try and take Todd up high. Toddy's going to get on the gas and has momentum around the outside. Humble squeezed him. Humble squeezed him out. Oh, we go caution. Well, I tell you what that'll be for. The man that sets the pace is the man on the outside. And that was Dwayne Todd. They perhaps think that Humble was just a little bit too hard on the gas and was just slightly in front of Todd as they went across that acceleration line. That's all I can put that down to. But if you don't try and take an advantage, you're not a racer, are you? We know Humble's definitely a racer. Won 5 championships in a season here not so long ago. I think it might have been last season or the season before that. Keeping on the 36 from Auckland, Cole Morrison threatening there in third. 21, Hayden Guptill. No surprises that he's slowly worked his way towards the front. Let's go racing this time. Toddy, half a car length. Squeezes Humble down into the turn. Humble with a big slide job. Humble back in front. Here comes Toddy back up the inside. Can't do it. It's Humble that's going to lead. Toddy's in second spot. They've got to wait for those tyre temps to come back up. Morrison looks to the inside. Guptill's there in the 21 car now in third. Could he get a podium tonight? He hasn't raced the TQ in about 4 or 5 years. It's not even his car. Humble in front. 4 laps to go. What excitement left is there? I'll tell you what, Webby's not out of a podium. Webb dives to the inside of Morrison. Webby's up into the top 4. The national champion's starting to come on. Morrison back to the inside. Tries to throw a slide job on the 1NZ car. Track's starting to go. Oh, we've got a car in the wall. He's up. He's over. He's back on his wheels. The 11 of Coonan. I saw all of that. Well, there's going to be some anxious drivers in these cars as we go back to a caution. And another bite at the cherry. The way this race is unfolding, any one of the top 6 still have a chance to win this championship. No question. Humble race leader, Dwayne Todd second, 21 Guptill third, 36 Morrison 4, Jeremy Webb 5th, the 1NZ, 56 Regan Tyler top 6. Motorworks crew done a great job tonight. They hook up the back of the 11 car, take it to the infield, circulate a little bit more, then we can go back racing for the final 4 laps. Can we go green, white checker? The 13th and 14th of January next weekend, you have to be here for the New Zealand TQ Championship. If you want thrills and spills, you're going to get it. Single file restart this time. This will give an advantage, of course, to Humble, who's been very quick down into turn number 1. Just looked like Toddy's car had gone off just a little bit in that restart. Got very sideways here on one of those early laps of the restart up at turn 3 and 4. Remember, tyre temperatures have cooled back down. These guys set up their cars for a 15-lap race, but that changes completely as soon as you have restarts. As we get ready to go, Todd went higher up on the track to try and get some momentum. 3 laps remaining. Oh, caution. Gone back to another caution. Not sure what that one was about. Maybe we'll see that on a replay if we've got one up here in the box. Humble went very tight down on the track there on that restart. Todd went to mid-track line. Not sure if we got a replay of that start. Lights out, we're going to go racing next time by. Single file. Humble, Todd, Guptill, Morrison, Webb, Tyler, top 6. Oh, Humble was a little bit slow that time. It bogged just a little bit. Todd will put pressure on him down here at turns 1 and 2. Humble running a mid-track line. As Toddy got the pace. Oh, huge move up the inside by Guptill. Guptill's looking for that podium. Morrison around the outside. Tyler goes through. Webby's looking on the inside. 3 laps to go. 3 wide they were. I think the 1NZ, I think Webb has made his way through for fourth. Here comes Tyler with a slide job. Humble now has gone up high on the track. Todd, second place, has no answer for him at the moment with 2 laps to go. Morrison threatening there in third. Jeremy Webb, the 1NZ, pressuring in fourth. Webby at least wants a podium tonight. Tyler back up the inside of Guptill. Guptill does the switch back to the inside. White flag, 1 to go. Final time round. Aaron Humble, has he done the hard? Whoa, we got a car up and over. We go caution. Wow, we go caution. That was the 57 car. Dylan Forsey in the 57A car was running 9th. I just caught him out the corner of my eye. Let's have a look on a replay. Yeah, just he caught the cushion. There's a deep cushion up there at turn 1 and 2. He caught it and it just threw the car over, landed back on its wheels, fortunately. Well, we really will now have a green-white checker final. They'll have to go back 2 laps. It's what you call a green-white checker. Can we keep it clean for 2 laps? Great images here from Kiwi Motorsport Media. You can see that 57 car of Forsey up in the air as they pause that screen. Well, Aaron Humble will be wondering, what do I have to do to win this? Just 2 more laps. Humble circulating very slowly. Is there an issue here for the 46? What's up with Humble? Is he running out of fuel? Broken a shock. Right, there you go. Thanks for the sign language, guys. Broken shock is the issue for Humble. Well, we told you the drama's going to continue right to the end. The man that was less than half a lap away from this title is now parked up on the infield and has nothing to show for it. That will put Dwayne Todd out in front. The man that was leading this race until the first restart. So the race order should be Dwayne Todd, 36 Cole Morrison, 1NZ Webb, 21 Guptill, 56 Tyler. Caden Barker in the 44 car is top 6. Well, commiserations to Aaron Humble, but at least he can take away the fact tonight that he was top qualifier and almost within grasp of winning that Hawke's Bay title. Lap number 94. Of a 15-lap feature. Well, Webb has forced himself into a possible podium position here. This is why the guy has won 4 New Zealand championships in a row and is the current champion, because he does not give up. If you've ever seen the replay of his New Zealand title win at Western Springs, that was what perseverance and dedication brings you in New Zealand title. That's one of the greatest New Zealand championship winning races I've ever seen. Never gave up. Lights out, green-white checker. Hot Toddy on the gas. Here comes Guptill again up the inside of Webb. So they dive down into turn number 1. We've got 2 race lines on the track here, the low line, the high line, and Toddy's got about 3 car lengths. Webb is through for second. Jeremy Webb fighting his way through, and he's not far off the 6 car of Todd. 1 lap to go. Here comes Webb, the master, the GOAT of TQ Racing, chasing down the local Hot Toddy hero. Webby dives to the inside. Todd round the outside. It's a Hawke's Bay victory. Dwayne Todd has won it. Oh my Lord, how good was that? Dwayne Todd picks up the win by 0.3 of a second. He'll be absolutely ecstatic. 1NZ Jeremy Webb, take a bow for that, man. 36A Cole Morrison, Mr. Excitement in third. That's your podium. 6B Dwayne Todd is the new Hawke's Bay TQ champion. 1NZ Jeremy Webb for second. 36A Cole Morrison will finish up in third. Wow, Auto Super Shop Sprint Car Masters Champ 3NZ, Daniel Thomas up here. How good was that TQ race there before we get to yours?
Yeah, I was really enjoying watching that. I don't know if I would have been watching, so it was good. I was waiting for this, and very competitive class. Well done, and good work to Dane Todd. Shame for Aaron Humble. He used to crew for me on the mini sprints back in the day, so a little bit gutted to see him end like that, but good race, wicked.
It was definitely not like your one. You went green, white checker, kept it alive for 25. Some unreal passing through that lap traffic as well.
Yeah, it was a pretty brave run. I don't know how I survived that one, but hey, it was great fun. The track widened out real far, and it actually gave us a pretty tight line, but a nice high line that you could pass the lap cars, or at least be able to slingshot them and all sorts. So thoroughly enjoyed it. Jeff Harper and Suzanne HLR gave us a hot rod. Jason McIndoe, wicked setup. Like, without him, we wouldn't be doing this. So thank you to him and Kevin Duncan for the shocks. This track, the shocks, it just worked really well. So can't thank everything enough for this win. So.
You had to chase down the race leader, Jamie Larson. You pulled off an amazing pass on him to get in front.
That was probably the brave moment I'm talking about. He had no idea I was coming around him, and I knew he didn't. I kind of knew that we were going to bang wheels here, and luckily enough, nothing bad happened. And he's a veteran racer, and we have a lot of respect for each other. So he gave me the room once he realised I was there, and I'm sure he tried really hard to get me back as well. But it was who was going to get past the lap traffic and get some gap on each other to survive that race. So big thank you to all the fans. What a wicked crowd. This is my first time being here, and you guys are all clapping and enjoying. It looked like you really enjoyed the sprint car feature, so thank you all for coming out, and loved it here.
Hawke's Bay traditionally has always been a stock car place, but over the last few years they've started to really embrace the open wheelers, mate. And I think you guys turning up tonight were just the cream on the cake.
Yeah, I'm sure. And amazing track. It was very fun to race out there. Definitely look forward to coming back again and putting on another show for you guys.
Something we started this year as well was, for the first time ever, we have Meeanee Speedway feature race winner stickers, so you proudly get to put one of those on your car. And look me up on Facebook, send me a private message photograph, and then I can put a post up saying that you won the feature.
Awesome, that'll add to our 2 Bay Park one, so we love stickers. Good.
Brilliant, well done. Daniel Thomas taking out the Auto Super Shops feature race, the Masters Sprint Car Series tonight. Still buzzing over that TQ race, to be fair. We'll just hit you with a little bit of music. We've still got a stock car race coming out for you, so Crash and Bash fans, don't go too far. Cameron Swift and Caleb Isle on that front row. Dry up here in the comm box. So much shouting going on with that great racing. This is only the second race tonight for stock cars. They've been waiting patiently in the pits all night. Then we finished off with our 4th heat race for the Hawke's Bay Youth Ministock Championship, and stock cars with a very quick turnaround to come back out again for the final race of the night. Yes, it's been a long night, but it's been a brilliant night. .992 of Taylor Lamp took heat number 1. Seems like last meeting now that he did that. Robertson Prestige, pace chute makes its way off the track. They drop the green. Let's go racing. Heat 2 stock cars. Teller Engineering bringing you heat number 2. And Swift will half spin. Round the outside goes Caleb Island. Plenty of contact here off turn 4. Island out in front as they go down the back straight. Chased down by the 91 of Zane Pullen. The Terrible Twins out in front. Third place is Asher Penn in the 55. Penn gets the side slap from the 772. Kyle Lamp goes through for third place now. Asher Penn back to 4th. Keep an eye on the 78 of Gibson Tout, just trolling around the pole line. Penn now goes in chase of the 772 car. Further back is Robertson and the 31 from O'Reilly in the 75. Car in the wall, looks like Ben Derrick. Derrick buried in the wall up there on turn 1, brings on the reds. Not sure if Derrick was fed into the wall up there at turn 1 or if he just had a mechanical issue. Plenty of flames out the back of the 55 of Asher Penn's car. She's trying to retake third position after the 772 of Kyle Lamp made his way by on the inside. Looks like it might have been a mechanical issue there for Ben. Don't forget our next few meetings. Next weekend, of course, not this weekend, because it's New Zealand Superstocks in Huntly. This week, next weekend, 13th, 14th of January, 2 nights in New Zealand TQ. And then on the 28th of January, when we have Team GB here, in a hit out with the Hawkeyes, pre-NZ Superstock Teams Champs the week later at Waitangi weekend at Robertson Prestige International Speedway, and also that double-decker derby. That's going to be something else. I don't think we've ever had one here at Meeanee before, not that I can remember. Just looking at the replay on the Kiwi Motorsport Media TV up here in the box, the 67V of Nathan Black was the one that fed in the 68 of Ben Derrick. It wasn't a mechanical. Love these replays because there's a lot that a commentator can miss out on the track when you got that many cars. Let's go racing. Taylor Lamp in the 992 trying to move forward. It was the fastest car on the track on that previous lap. Looks like he's just been squeezed up into the wall just past the start finish. pinned to the wall, in fact. That was the job done by the 75, Leroy O'Reilly. 31 car, flat right rear, goes to the infield, job done. Hard hitting the wall. Again, it's the 67V of Nathan Black providing the entertainment. Put the move on the 11 car of Braden Munro. Five car Bradley Penn fighting it out with the 42 of Lawrence Swift. Swift gets the run down the inside as they cross the line. Hayden Leverage Watkins in the 812 car moves up a position. So too does Lauren Swift and Karen Swift as well, just in front. It's still Caleb Island, the race leader in the 19. 91 Zane Pullen second. 772 Kyle Lampert third from Palmerston North. Games being played on the back straight. Car squeezed up against the fence. It's a 67 car again. If there was a prize for the stirrer, it would definitely be Nathan Black from Wanganui that would get it as he pinned the 11 of Munro up against the fence. Race leaders come through. Change of race lead. 1 lap to go. Zane Pullen makes his move. Goes through into the lead. Ireland back to second spot. Down the back straight for the last time in Heat 2. Pullen dives up the inside of the 812 car of Leverage Watkins. Zane Pullen will do a come from behind win in heat number 2. 19 Caleb Island second, 55 Asher Penn with a great drive in third. 772P Kyle Lampers fourth, 16H James Marshall fifth, 14B Jordan 80 finish up in sixth. 41B Cameron Swift was 7th, 4B Courtney Haddon for 8th, 48 Scott Gallup was 9th, Wayne Furco in the 16P car, top 10. Well, just the 2 races to go. Heat 4, the final heat race for the Hawke's Bay Ministock Championship, brought to you by 007 Paintball. And then we finish it off with a stock car feature, thanks to Motorworks. heat number 4 of the 007 Paintball Hawke's Bay Ministock Championship. Let's have a look at the points. To 2 race wins. 77B Macy Penn currently on the maximum 52 points. Has a 3-point lead over the 42 of Seth Island. 2 points further back in a tie for third. Both on 47 points is the 86 of Bradley Singer and the 52P of Boston Joblin. 5th in the championship at the moment on 46. Only 6 points back from the leader is the 98 of Deegan Butcher. And currently, well, he's actually tied on points there as well in the top 6 with the 14 of Ryan Dittmar. So Macy Penn on 52, Ireland on 49, Singer and Joblin on 47, Butcher, Dittmar on 46. Singer has almost a rare grid here in the 86. Butcher on the front row on pole. Needs to make it work from there and see what happens behind. As we run down through that grid, let's have a look and see where Macy Penn is as well. 77 of Penn. Well back down in through those grids. Well, Butcher's just got to go out in front and try and bring this home. Looking for a start this time as they come round. Final Ministock race of the night. 007 Paintball, 10 laps. Let's go racing this time. Butch makes a great start. Lightning start there for Butch. This is the last time he'll be able to contest this Hawke's Bay title. Oh, Penn, a spin, and goes to the infield and goes to the back. Macy Penn out of the championship. Has stalled the car, parked up on the grass. We've got another car here on the exit of turn 4. That one might just bring on the Reds. Penn's back in the race. It was the 15 of Smith also that got caught out on lap number 1. This is a big game changer. Butch out in front. Singer's trying to work his way up through the field. 85H Casey Wade in second, 42 Seth Island. Remember, he was only 3 points out of the championship. He's back there in third spot. 22 Lachlan Timmins, 88 Trengrove, 21 Tom Steele. 7th is Flower in the 10B car. Seven to go. Penn is trying to make up as many points as she can from the back of this field. Butcher's got a handy lead. It's about 2/3 of the main straight. 85H Casey Wade in second, and Butch keeps posting fast lap times. 42 Seth Island. Well, he's definitely in with a chance of the title now, the 42 car. Looks like the 88 car, that was the spinner off turn 2. As they tick by the laps, the 10 car squeezed up in the fence also. Half race distance. Butch about to complete another one. That'll make it 4 laps to go. Tom Steele has moved up into the second spot, but he came into this championship 9 points out of the title fight. And Steele has moved up into second spot. Still Butcher out in front. Oh, hard contact. Still under power. It's all on in this 4th heat race. Butch with 3 to go. Steele in second in the 21. 42 Islands in third. 85H Casey Wade in 4th. 86 Bradley Singer has moved up top 5. Will it be enough for a podium for the 86? 14 Ryan and Dittmar's in the top 6 at the moment. Again contact. That's going to bring on a caution, I think. And with just 2 to go, 15 car is parked up, facing the fence, brings on a red. Logan Smith in the wars in this race. Still Butcher out in front. (21) Steele in second, 42 Seth Island third, 14 Ryan Dittmar in fourth, 85H Casey Wade's dropped to fifth, 22 Lachlan Timmins has moved up, 86 Bradley Singer dropping back down to seventh. They're all grouped though on the exit of turn 2. Butcher's doing what he needs to do. With just over a lap to go. Butch already just about there on the apex of 3 and 4 down here just past the pit gate. We'll try and work out some provisional points at the moment. Just moving forward, the 26 car. Abby Cullum down there in 20th position. Butch making his way through the lap traffic. There's Macy Pengon in field as well. It's just circulating, just being moved back, I think, a little bit. So unfortunate in those early laps to half spin and head to the infield, taking her out of this championship chase. She'll be able to go home though with the confidence of knowing she won 2 races tonight. Let's go racing once again. Butch gets away. 1 lap to go for the 98. Has he done enough? I think it all comes down to where the 42 of Seth Island's going to finish up. 98, Butcher. 1 corner to go. Checkered flag is out. How's this race going to stack up? 98 Butcher took the win, 21 Steele finished second, 42 Seth Island was third, 85H Casey Wade was fourth, 86B Bradley Singer was fifth, 22B Lachlan Timmins sixth, 9B Erin McCann. She's had a solid night tonight, finishing up in 7th spot. 88 from Wanganui Fletcher Hoskins was 8th, 48B Riley McLaughlin 9th, top 10 for the 66B of Cullen Smith. And just finishing outside that top 10 in 11th position was the 52P of Boston Joblin, who went into that final race sitting there 4th in the points. We'll quickly work out some provisionals for you. We'll be back shortly just before the stock car feature. Just working out some provisional points up here. Provisionally, without signing off the results from that fourth heat, it looks like the 86 of Bradley Singer will finish third in the championship on 69 points. Runner-up in the Hawke's Bay Ministock title on 72 points will be the 98 of Deegan Butcher, and a slight 1-point win for a Hawke's Bay title for the 42 of Seth Ireland. Looks like Seth Ireland's going to take out his first Hawke's Bay title tonight. Drop of the green for the final race of the night, of an absolutely awesome night of Speedway. 75, O'Reilly's out in front. Courtney Haddon in second spot. Cut tyre for Tout in this 78. Race done before he completes a lap. Keep an eye on Munro in the 11 car. He's going to be looking for that Wanganui 67. 67 car goes around the outside. Nathan Black was a brilliant entertainer last time out. I'm just seriously impressed how they were able to do a turnaround as quick as this. Bradley Penn's parked up. 5 car brings the Reds. Good driving out there, Gibson. Love it when guys come up and tell me at the end of the meeting. Another bit of information. I've just been told Gibson Tout's not allowed to drive that car anyway because it's not his. So it's actually Brittany Meehan driving the 78 car, or was driving it. Leroy O'Reilly, still your race leader with 6 to go. Looking fast in this race. Five laps to go now as it starts to tighten up. Six car parks it up in the fence. Not sure what the issue was there for Callum Shotter. Still circulating though. It looks like he might have a steering issue problem. Maybe he's got a right flat front or something. O'Reilly's still out in front. Taylor Lamb moves up to second spot. Lamb so good at coming from the back in the last few laps. We saw it early on in heat number 1. Can he do it again? He's 0.3 of a second back from the race leader. Car in the wall up at turn 2. Can we stay green for the last 2 laps? Dropping out through the field. Maybe it's Lamp that's parked up there, got taken into the wall perhaps. Caleb Ireland now is the race leader. Wants to make amends for the 91 of Zane Pullen getting by late in that second race. Checkered flag is out. Ireland's taking the win. Takes the feature tonight. Well, it's been a long night here at Meeanee Speedway tonight, but it's been one of the best meetings that we've had this season, most certainly. The sprint cars were absolutely amazing. The Hawke's Bay TQ Championship was everything I knew that it was going to be. We had the Whiff Built sidecar pairs, great event run by them as well. 007 paintball Hawke's Bay mini stocks that went right down to the wire, and it was a championship that was won by just a single point. Well, if you're heading back home tonight, if you're going out of town, heading back home on the road, just be safe. We want to see you at a track soon. Those of you that are heading through to Huntly, do your rain dance and pray for sunshine, because we want to see that meeting done. The club deserve it. They've put in the hard yards over the last couple of years, knowing that they were going to be hosting that championship. All the best for our Superstock drivers heading there to compete. We'll be back on board with the 13th and 14th of January for the New Zealand TQ Championship. It's going to be absolutely huge, that event. You saw how good they were tonight. Don't miss it. 2 nights of amazing open wheel action. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas, New Year's break at work, if that's what you're doing. Those of you that are going back to work tomorrow, better get home. You might get some decent sleep in before you have to get up in the morning. It's been an awesome night, race fans. Love it. We'll see you next time.